How old were they?
The girls were 18. Both of them.
And how old were the elderly?
Well, they were in a nursing home. I'm going to guess anywhere from 65 on up.
All right, so why wouldn't they want it?
Doesn't matter, because they didn't want it.
Why would you not want it?
You don't want... Did you read all the things they did to them?
Yeah. Well, if I was in a home...
Yeah.
Invalid?
You still can't do that.
And some hot 18-year-olds come in and want to fondle my old man business? Why would I not want it? I can't answer that loud enough. We all want that now.
Apparently somebody did because they've been prosecuted.
Nah.
Yes, they have.
What did they do? You don't know this one? I'll give you a nutshell, and Dan can read the story. What do they call those people that go into old folks' homes and just do things like the peppermint girls or candy stripers?
Candy stripers.
Candy stripers.
Volunteers in
experiment twins. Or Patriots.
No.
Well, you know some of those people in that home were probably veterans.
No, that doesn't mean you can molest them.
Yes, it does. That's half the reason you joined the military.
No, it doesn't.
It's not molestation if you don't want it. And there's no why would they not want it?
I don't know, but somebody didn't want it, or they wouldn't have reported them.
What's the story say, Dan?
Yesterday, 6 teenage girls were charged with mistreating elderly residents at an assisted living facility where they used to work in Minnesota. Some of the stuff they did to the residents was indeed sexual. Here's a list of things police say the teen girls did to their elderly patients. Touching and spanking residents' buttocks.
Hell yeah.
Inserting a finger into a resident's backside.
Get on in. Toss that salad. Now put it back in. You've left my salad protruded.
Oh, gross.
I hate my salad looking unkempt.
Don't let me put my finger in it.
Stick a bottle of 7 Seas in there while you're at it.
Why would 2 18-year-old girls want to do that?
Because they're curious. And since when has curiosity been against the law?
So find an 18, 20-year-old guy and say, do you want to do this? And have him say yes, and it's legal.
Maybe that's not the fetish they had. They were into the more mature route.
This is disgusting. It's rape.
It's not.
Oh, yeah, you stick your finger up somebody's behind. They don't want it. That's rape.
It's a prostate massage.
It's rape. It's rape, unless you're a doctor.
These chicks were candy stripers.
Okay.
They're allowed to do certain things.
Not stick your finger up somebody's bow.
Were they doing this to men and women, or just men?
I think it's a little bit of both.
Okay.
Read the rest of the story. We'll see.
Other things that they did with their elderly patients: lying in bed with a resident, dry humping a resident, putting their bare backsides in a resident's face, poking residents' breasts and genitals.
Oh,
Jesus.
Rubbing a resident's genitals.
I can't stand it!
Until he became aroused.
Stop it.
See, he became aroused, which means he wanted it.
Doesn't mean he wants it. He means she's playing with somebody. Somebody turned them in.
That's a medical test. He may not have gotten one of those in decades.
Somebody didn't want it. Somebody called rape.
He got aroused.
Well, if he did that and he wanted it, that's one thing. I still think it's ooky, but it's still legal. If you do it against someone's will, it's illegal. It's rape.
Now, she left the old man with blue balls. Then he probably is the one who called him.
Yeah, that's why he's ticked off.
Then she left.
The teens have been charged with assault, criminal abuse of a vulnerable adult, and disorderly conduct. If they're convicted, they each could get more than 3 years in prison and up to $10,000 in fine.
Why would they get convicted? You give them a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
You can't abuse people under your charge.
Those people have had no touching. For probably 20 years.
Doesn't mean you could just come in and you can't even walk up in public, really, and just grab somebody and hug them.
Hello, you do if you look like this.
Oh,
is that one of them?
That's one of them.
There's the other one. Is that really them?
Mm-hmm. That's 2, and I think they said there's a total of 6. But that sets the bar.
Yeah, about 45 degrees.
Oh, you know, most of the old men.
Have you seen the pictures?
No.
Here's the one that's not the best, which would still be okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you're 85. You will absolutely be happy.
There's the other one.
Oh, hell yeah.
Stick it on up in there.
You know, most of them are going, somebody ratted them out going, man, he screwed it up for all of us.
If somebody wants it, that's one thing. You don't do it where you work, and you don't do it with old people. You don't do it where you work.
It's giving back.
Start somewhere on the street and go, hey, old man, would you like to come?
You don't know that they didn't ask all these old people, and Trey's probably right. You leave an old guy with blue balls who can't do anything about it until their next visit. He's obviously going to be upset.
Somebody turned him in. Somebody found all this information out.
I bet it was somebody with the home that turned him in and not the actual participants.
Oh, we know who turned him in. It was someone ugly that worked at the home.
You still can't molest old people.
You don't know that that's what happened.
They're sticking their business up their bottom, yeah.
Stop it!
Laying with them in bed.
Oh, yeah! Shove my prayer cloth going in there.
Oh, God.
Apostle John Stewart's real. He's real. I prayed for 18-year-old Candace Strapper, and I got some Ridley Spirit twins.
Oh, you know, there was a waiting list. Granted, as wonderful as it sounds, personally, like I said, if they're molesting my granddad, I'm going to have something to say about it.
If your granddad says, shut up,
Granddad gonna whoop your ass. Power of attorney or not.
I ain't walked in 37 years, but I'm going to kick your ass.
You better send him with back in here. I'm still waiting on my miracles. Right now, I got 2 blue balls. I'm halfway there.
It's just odd that they were actually hot. Well, I don't get what the chicks got out of it, other than maybe humiliation.
They felt like it's not
If
humiliation.
you're spanking somebody on the bottom and they don't want to be spanked, that's humiliation.
Again, you don't know if they didn't want to be spanked or not, and I can't tell you how horny I am right there.
When I hear about it, you're horny and your miracles and everything else.
they're humanitarians. They were helping people.
Yeah, these guys are going to prison for 3 years since they're so humanitarian.
Maybe.
Well,
That's worst case scenario. And really, I mean, this is what they do in a nursing home. You want to put them in another institutionalized place?
Yeah,
They need to be in a halfway house, someplace in the mid-cities.
I kept on them all the time.
We'll call it Candyland.
We call it my house.
Oh, Lord.
It's hard enough to find youth that care about anything. Now you find some that aren't narcissistic, aren't myopic, and they actually think about other people, and they go to the old folks' home, and they toss a few salads.
They're getting something out of it, probably embarrassing the old people.
Oh, if anything that they're guilty of, it's caring too much.
But stop. That sounded like a Bill Murray line. Caddyshack.
Of all the bad things that happen in nursing homes, abuse, and physical abuse,
Those things are awful, too.
they're giving old men hand jobs.
What is this? What is the link you sent me, Alfie?
It's the Hot Ones MySpace page.
All right, everybody step back.
Oh, Lord.
I'll laugh if she has pictures of some of her patients.
I can't. I don't know if the page is loaded. People take their MySpace pages and put so much crap on there, it takes about 45 minutes to load. Let's see if there's music on there. No. Browse people, home, video. Where are the pictures? I can't find anything.
It took about a minute for it to load on mine, too.
You got any pictures?
Yeah. Just trying to see. Ooh, here's one with a bunch of asses.
Move.
Turn. Ah, it's a little picture. But
That's all right. That's big enough to finish, too.
And there's a number of them.
Oh, yeah, there is a lot. Hit print. They show any of them in the old folks' home?
That's
How'd you find that, Alfie?
You just type in their names.
Yeah, I just searched their names. First one that come up.
Okay, I'm still not getting pictures. Oh, yeah, I am. Oh, here's the slideshow.
Great.
Let's see if they got music now. No. Here, I'll add some music to it.
Are you ready for a miracle?
There's a cheerleading team.
Are you ready for a miracle?
They're in their outfits.
Are you ready? Are you ready?
One of them in their finger in an old guy's ass, pulled out a plum.
No, it's not.
Oh, they're wearing like elf outfits, and some of these with nothing but tights on.
They're just fun little girls, but they shouldn't be molesting old people.
It's not molestation.
It is molestation.
It's only if you don't want
The
it.
state thinks it's molestation.
Maybe they think some of these people really can't speak for themselves, and they can.
Possibly. Well, then they would
And
speak
obviously,
up.
one guy could speak for himself because he got a boner out of it.
It doesn't speak for yourself. You can,
To me, that says, hello.
Actions speak louder than words, JD.
My Lord.
It's like when you got that boner when you were getting a massage from your
Doesn't mean
male
anything.
therapist.
It totally just happens.
Here's one cleavage. Well, you don't care about this. Don't look over him.
Well, there's still hot chicks.
Obviously, you want him to go to prison.
I didn't say that. I said I don't want to molest my granddad if he's in a home without his permission.
You don't know it wasn't.
Yeah, it was without their permission, or they wouldn't be going to jail.
Yeah, they would.
Somebody somewhere got him in. They knew they were doing wrong. Old station of an old person. Gross. What do you get off of that anyway?
Oh, when you're 75, you'll be begging for it.
I'll be begging for it to be given to me, not to do it to somebody.
Picture me and my best friend.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
What? No. Put your pants on.
No.
Russell, put your pants on.
I want you to take this ViewSonic and stick it in my ass.
No.
That would be the easiest way to talk, because a lot of old people, to talk them into a home, you've got to sell it to them, and sometimes you just got to leave them there and go, I'll be back in a couple of minutes, and then you don't ever go back. This is the best way to sell them on it.
You don't ever go back.
No.
It was hard to put my mom in a home, I know.
She not want to go?
She wasn't excited about it.
Well,
no.
if you knew this
She
was going to be
sick and
coming,
she needed
if these kids were going to be coming around, these 18-year-old adults,
Yes, they are adults.
if you knew they were going to be coming around once a week, move out the way. I can't get in long enough.
If you signed a document saying you wanted it to happen to you, go ahead. It's wide open. You knew that's going to happen.
Who filed the charges?
I have no clue.
Oh, well, then stop arguing. You don't
somebody
know.
did.
Obviously. Oh, here's another picture.
Jesus.
She almost got her nipples hanging out.
Oh.
She's watching a Joe Pesci movie in the background. I don't know why that's hot.
Joe
I
Pesci.
swear to God, I thought the same thing. I think she's watching my cousin Vinny. I love this young lady.
I'd like to be fingered by that Ute. Did you read the entire story?
Yeah.
And it doesn't say in there who actually filed the charges.
No, unfortunately it doesn't. I'm trying to find another source or another story to see if it'll actually give more info.
We have a phone number for the place if you want to call the Good Samaritan Society and ask them.
I don't want to call in.
I'll call them during the break and say who turned them in.
I want to talk to the girls.
It's probably somebody's wife.
I want to let them.
Could be too.
I'll let them know that we're behind them.
Mm-hmm. We'll have a legal fund for these girls.
We'll do a telethon.
We'll go door to door.
Oh, look at that. They won medals for something. It's probably sticking their finger in their ass. Look here.
Yeah.
Mama, come home with the brown.
Wasn't that supposed to be bronze?
Yeah. Rub it with a cloth. Come here. Maybe I got gold.
Oh, damn you and your private status.
What?
Sorry. I'm trying to look up another one of the girls, and of course you have to go all private so you can't see anything.
That's all right. There's plenty of pictures on here where they're all bent over smiling with their cleavages hanging out and all their brown fingers.
I can't believe the story actually says that.
What?
Sticking their fingers up their rears.
Well, this one chick here in a little message thing you can put on MySpace, like your status thing, it says she dares to love completely.
Good description.
From
no matter
head
what.
to toe.
That's God sent.
Oh, Lord.
I may check into a home now.
No, you're going to kill yourself at 50, so you won't be able to see a home.
I'll hang out for another 6 months. If I know this one's coming in, this one here on the left, if she's coming in with her fingers ablazing.
The blazing finger old folks.
You could make a fortune.
Yeah, you really could. You put that in the mid-city somewhere.
In my house.
Why do they call it the blazing finger? You ask your granddad in about a week.
Tell him
Rick, go home, granddad?
no.
I will kick your ass.
I'm going to hang on to this mattress like a cat going bath time. Try and pull me off of this.
Buddy, it's a terrible place. It's old folks. Let's go home.
I'm going to piss on you.
We have built you
You rolled me over off this mattress. I'm all pissed like a water wheel.
your own private room at our house.
I'm going to smash my bag open on you. Get out of here because the Wrigley twins are coming.
You didn't want to come here. I'm taking you home. Get in this wheelchair.
This is my home. You're dead to me. You died the day you left me in here. Now get out of the way. The twins is coming. I got to start doing my Kegels and get my hole open.
Gross. Oh, my God. Old man with those rust stains on his butt.
Obviously, those girls didn't have an issue with it.
No, I guess not.
Probably because they scrubbed them off.
Sponge bath time. Clean me up.
I'm dirty everywhere, inside and out. I'm nasty, nasty. All right, I'm done with this one.
All right.
Here's your transition to miracles. You hear anything else from the Apostle Don Stewart on your green prayer cloth?
No.
You haven't gotten back?
Not yet.
You didn't email, you didn't call, you didn't say anything?
Me? No, I sent money back last night. Just $10. I want to see what happens.
You're not going to get anything back from $10. He sent you the prayer cloth for free. You sent him back. The instructions were, tell me what you want, hold this up to your head, write a note on there, and send it back to me. Sent a couple of dollars. You didn't get anything back. You're not going to get that prayer cloth back unless you throw in probably $100.
I wouldn't put in $100. I'll see what we get. I get
one of these 18-year-olds with the big fingers. I love fingers. I love holes.
Stop.
I love fingers and holes.
God, let this one go. I thought we were done with this.
I can't think of anything else.
Yeah.
Just sitting there laying in your bed waiting to die, and all of a sudden one of these candy strippers come in and start filling up ports. They want a dry hump. Stop it. Damn.
I think one of my favorite ones just to visualize is when they bent over their bare backsides and stuck them in the people's faces.
Oh, float that thing. Just let them vapors flow out of me. Just wash my sin free. Ooh, brand new ones. Oh, right out of that tight little thing, I can see little bumps on your ass.
Oh.
Brand new, just like getting a new Uniroyal. No, what?
Disgusting. Put their butts in. They were embarrassing, these little people.
You got one of these chicks that come in and they ask, hey, would you like my ass in your face? Mm-hmm. I'm going to learn sign language if I'd like to.
I'm going to learn how to read lips.
It's an amazing thing. Your father's only been here 2 weeks, and he's actually cured himself of cancer. He probably lived to be 90 now.
He's outside right now in the jungle gym. You want to talk to him?
We've never seen him turn around like this in our life. It's amazing.
We don't know if it's the treatment or it could be those 18-year-olds that come in and finger his hole. Oh, just to have them go through any type of prosecution.
Well, you break the law.
You don't know that's what they did.
They broke the law. Somebody looked at it and said, this law's been broken.
Probably somebody that's running the home that felt like they were abused, didn't really go talk to the people because once they're shoved in there, they're just looked as stock and nobody really checks on them from time to time. You have somebody that comes in, actually shows some compassion, give an old man a blue balls, which he probably hasn't seen since Matlock. And now he's happy. And somebody at the home is pissed.
And that's probably how they figured out something was going on. All these old dudes are rolling around their wheelchairs with smiles on their faces.
It's bath time. You hate bath time.
I love bath time. I hate bath time with you because you're nasty. Now bring the Wrigley Spearmint twins back in here and finish these up. These balls have been blue for about 18 hours.
You've always hated bath time.
Love bath time, hate you. You always come in and use a lather. Leave me all red and rough. I don't like being chafed.
We're supposed to be cleaning you up.
Well, why don't you clean me a little more tenderly?
I will. I'll use the soft luva on you.
I love this.
Oh, no. Oh, God.
Make sure you get all the dead skin off the shaft of my penis. It's been many years since I've been able to use a loofah on my penis. But if you have not the time, bring back the Wrigley Spearmint twins. It's Christmas time. Stick a candy cane in my ass.
An actual candy cane?
Yes. And the rest of the tree that is hooked up to. I'm feeling retro.
Oh, God.
Stick one of those old full Christmas trees in my ass. And that rotating light to go with it.
Okay, I'm done arguing this side. This is hot. I did the best I could.
You guys, you've got nothing else to look forward to. You know your family's not going to come. Nobody wants to go and sit in an old folks' home. It just smells like piss and old people.
It does. Yeah,
so you got a few girls that want to go in and make their lives enjoyable for whatever time they got left, and now you want to slam them in the clink. They need to be free. Set them bitches loose.
They'll never be able to work at an old folks' home again.
Well, who cares?
I think they got their bang for their buck this go around.
They're jollies.
They felt like the people needed attention.
They wanted to embarrass the old people.
How was that embarrassing?
I don't. They got something out of it, and it wasn't.
There are other ways to go in and embarrass old people. You take their take the teeth out, shove it in your clam. Hey, look at this.
They might have done that, just not got caught doing it.
But there was also other physical contact.
That's not you go in and dry hump an old man, unless it's just like you said, just to turn him on and then leave him there.
Okay, but here's I found a different story. It said that
I am so horny.
The Minnesota Department of Health released a report in August showing that 15 residents with Alzheimer's disease and other dementia disorders were abused at the facility between January 1st and May 1st.
See, so they could initially said, yeah, I want that. And then they forgot. Mm-hmm. And these candy striper chicks, they don't know if they got the dementia or Alzheimer's.
It's on their chart. We know what they have. This person has dementia.
They're not medical.
They can read a chart that says dementia. Leave that person alone. And if they say they want the finger...
Well, they don't always hang the charts at the end of your bed in the old folks' home.
If this old man says he wants a finger up his toot, maybe he don't. Maybe he doesn't know who you are. Maybe he thinks you're his grandma.
Well, maybe they should educate these girls better.
They're about to.
But here's the other thing.
Well, yeah, you don't leave an old man laying there with blue balls.
Mm-hmm. So that's why they're going to prison, for the blue balls.
That's the only thing that makes any sense.
It's the only thing they did wrong, in your opinion.
I don't care. I just want you to get me a cheerleader in here.
No, I shouldn't do anything. God.
How are we doing, Chloe?
We're good.
All right. We have, all right, so you didn't get anything back from the Apostle Don?
No, not since yesterday, no, not yet.
And you only said $10?
$10.
I thought you were supposed to send stuff in denominations of 7.
It had the 7 different miracles that you were... How did it go from asking from... You're just supposed to ask for 1 miracle, then you got to go up to 7.
I have no clue what process this is. He probably thinks, if I tie this into the number 7, that way he'll give me 17 or 37 or 47 or 100.
But he gave you a list of... Slow down. Gave you a list of 7 different things to fill out, miracles that you wanted. Then at the bottom, it says, send me what you can. All in denominations ending in 7. 27, 37, 777, or other.
God knows what you can do, and
God knows what you can do, and you can do better than $2. That's why you didn't get your green prayer cloth back.
It's not going to God; it's going to Don.
Well, why'd you send him any money to begin with?
Because
you didn't think it was going to go to God,
I wanted to see what would come back, what would happen, and what came back was very disappointing. I got to be honest.
You really expected something?
I expected at least to get the rag back. Yeah, possibly I'd get at least the green cloth back with a little something on it.
I still offer to go by Michael's and get you a cloth and anoint that for you.
I don't want you anointing anything.
Trey already said he started getting emails of people that said they would buy prayer cloths if I would anoint them.
Mm-hmm. He's a saint.
Yeah.
On paper.
On paper, you're a saint. And people are going to buy this and pay for it?
Yeah.
And the money would go...
to me.
I'm going to think probably that's going to be against the law just to say you're going to heal people. Or
I didn't say I was going to heal anybody. I said I would anoint the cloth. I never promised what it would do.
Well, neither did Don, really. He just said
he did.
He said there's miracles out there for you, and he sees them in the dream. And if you sow the seed, it's always at the bottom about the sowing the seed thing. Very last thing he says.
And that's what I intend to do with my prayer cloths. I'm going to send them out full of seed.
I think the other people are supposed to sow the seed back to you.
Well, whatever. You got to give to come back. Reap what you sow.
Thank you. Now you're being religious.
Well, I'm going to send them out to seed.
Oh, all right. You're going to do this? You're going to sell these for Christmas?
Why not?
You could do it. I'm sure people would buy it, especially if they knew it came from you.
How many do I have? Because I'm not feeling too... I could fill up a lot of them.
How many requests?
Yeah.
Oh, first days, I think we're like 12, 15.
Yeah.
I got an email.
Just a little dribble on each.
About you, too.
What about the pre-stuff? Does that count?
I think so.
Because I do a lot of that.
Yeah, I'm sure that counts, too. This is about you laying the hands on. Ross, I think it's a great thing that JD is trying to be closer to God with this prayer cloth, but Don't think he realizes how lucky he is to have you there with him. You're as much a man of God as any pastor or reverend I've come across. You could anoint his cloth with God's love better than the Apostle Don. I believe in you, Russ. In fact, I believe in you so much, I'm hoping you could do a favor for me. In the honor of laying your hands upon me so that I may walk again. Faith is the most important thing we have in this world. I have faith in God, and I have faith in you, Russ. Will you help me?
Okay. Let him come up.
Okay, you let this person, you're going to make this person walk.
No.
You're going to lay hands on him.
Why not?
Okay, I'll email him back. I've got the email address right here. See when they
I feel like giving back. Right in their hole.
No.
Always makes me kick my legs.
I don't think
break here? All right.
When I start making love, I don't just make love, I be stroking. That's what I be doing. I be stroking.
We'll be back to the Russ Martin Show.
I stroke it to the east, and I stroke it to the west, and I stroke it to the woman that I love the best.
We're back to the Russ Martin Show.
All right, Dan, go ahead.
All right, this first ticket traffic is brought to us by the Music and Arts Center and also by Don Davis Auto. Right now, Tarrant County looking okay so far early on in rush hour, but Dallas, well, as usual, that's a different story. Two problems on 35. 35 southbound at Colorado Boulevard, you have an accident blocking the right lane. So far, that has traffic stacked up all the way to Motor Street. The other side of 35, northbound at Harry Hines, you have the off-ramp blocked by an overturned truck. That backup is to Regal Road. Staying in Dallas, tollway southbound at Trinity Mills, you have an accident blocking the left lane. And I-30 eastbound at 2nd Avenue in Dallas, you have an accident reported there. There's your first check of traffic. I'm Dan O'Malley on the Russ Martin Show.
Thank you, Daniel. Going to be actually pretty decent the next couple of days. Today, 65. Tomorrow, mid-60s. Also 38 for the low tonight. We have 65 now at Live 105.3.
I just saw on Fox during the break, they've already started the lawsuits from the Walmart death.
Okay. Good.
I think it said that they were going to sue Nassau County, either the police department, the sheriff's department, and Walmart.
Why are the sheriff involved in that?
Obviously, they didn't think that they provided they did a proper job with being a first responder.
Oh, okay, first responder. I thought maybe as security inside the store. You know, I found out about my store last time, my Walmart. I asked him, bought some stuff, and I said, were you here when it all started in the mid-city? She goes, at 5 o'clock? She goes, yeah. So was it crazy? She goes, a lot of people in the store. Did you close and open the door? She goes, no, we just let people stay in the store. But at 5 o'clock is when you start ringing up the savings. So that may be a way to solve this. Don't lock everybody out and just rush the doors. Everybody who's in the store, you could start getting your stuff at 3 a.m. if you wanted. You just have to walk around in circles until 5 o'clock. So that's
possibly the reason for opening at 5 o'clock was to stay off some of the crowds, thinking most people are going to come 8, 9 o'clock.
Probably.
What kind of fools are going to show up 5 a.m. and pack the place?
She said it was open. She said they started coming about 2:30.
I saw a deal on Garden Ridge. So basically they were like, we don't want to turn anyone away. So they opened something like, I want to say midnight. And then they were open all weekend until like Sunday at 9.
Yeah, well, they do. Yeah, I think they do that every holiday. They'll have a weekend or two where they're open 24 hours for a couple of days. When does this story came out? Was today the 2nd?
Yes.
The chaotic crowds that show up in search of rock-bottom prices on Black Friday took a deadly turn this year. We know that. Mitai Damour was trampled and killed by a crowd of frenzied shoppers at one of the discount retailer stores in Long Island. Shocking death made headlines around the world, showing the dark side of American consumerism. The reader, identified as Life Faith, wrote in on a blog to describe the harrowing experience of being caught in a crowd at the Walmart store on that Friday morning. They wrote. The crowd had a strong wave-like effect and grabbed us in. I almost broke my arm trying to hold my family together. People just kept pushing and grabbing. Everyone was there for themselves, basically. Some even punching just to get through. I do regret going that day. It just shows me how animalistic humans can be. Somebody else posted. The term Black Friday traditionally refers to the day after Thanksgiving when shoppers start their holiday shopping and retailers start to see their balance sheets go from red ink to black, from deficit to profit. This year, Black Friday has come to mean something else. It means death by consumerism. So far, these bloggers are blaming the consumers and not Walmart. We've always had sales. We've had one-day events. We've had limited quantities for each different store. Why is it on this one instance you've got somebody, not just one person, but a crowd that's pushing and shoving, becomes wave-like, pushes the doors off the hinges, and tramples a human being?
This isn't just the first time. It's just the first time. And if they're going to start hanging this banner on Americans because of our consumerism, I got news for you. They have trampled people in soccer matches all over the world every year. They trample people in India over ridiculous things. This happens all the time where crowds get out of control and kill people. Normally it's more than one, to be honest.
So how do you blame a retailer because your clientele can't control themselves?
I guess you got to say, you know what? When it breaks right down to it, you Walmart, you know you're going to be responsible. So what? If you better get everybody you can get out there, pay 100 cops if you have to make that line work. And it's your responsibility as the store.
I don't know if there could have been
I don't understand why
enough control there to actually make the crowd function.
If you made them, even 2,000 people stand in a single file or double file line, even if it went around the store twice, you could still do it.
If I've got to worry about you to the point of I've got to bring in armed forces, you don't need to be running free anyway.
I don't understand why you bring the sheriff in on this, other than the fact that lawyers are involved now, and you're going to throw the great big net out, and you're going to get everybody. Whoever made the doors, probably.
What, Dan? The man, Damore, who was killed at the Walmart.
Right.
6'5", 270 pounds. And he had no crowd control experience. The reason why he was stationed at the front doors was because of his size. And it didn't matter because the crowd crushed the glass doors. That threw him back. Everyone rushed in, and that's when it all happened.
What kind of training are you supposed to have with a crowd who's going to just push the doors in?
There's absolutely nothing you could do short of anything. Having a gun would make a difference.
The coroner said that Damore, 34, died of his asphyxiation related to his trampling, and he conceded that it would be difficult to file criminal charges against any of the shoppers. He's quoted as saying, it goes beyond identifying specific people to make a case. You have to establish recklessness or intent to harm, which led to his death. I think after you push the door on him, everything else you could be charged with. You can say it was an accident that I pushed the door on him, but then trampling afterwards, to me, that shows intent. I'm trying to get over this human so I can get to the fallen prices.
But you can have to identify who those people were, which one actually did it. It's impossible. All those people will
It's not impossible. You got enough security cameras and people with cell phones. No, it's not impossible. When you got cameras every 10 feet when you walk outside, no, it's not.
Okay, you have a picture of me. I'm in the very front of the line. I didn't push that door through. The people behind me, 50 feet
I take a look at the video, and it looks like you pushed that guy, then you're going to be one of the first ones to get it.
I pushed the door because they pushed me.
If your arms are out and you push this man to the ground...
I was holding myself off the door. I was pushing myself. I didn't push the door in. I was holding myself from getting crushed.
Doesn't look like that to us.
Well, that's the way it is. That's the way my lawyer's going to say it was.
Been working with Walmart for about a week. Talking about the man that was killed. Was hired through an employment agency that provides temporary staffing. They were right about that. Mara had not been trained for any security assignments and had no background in crowd control, he said. A call asking for a comment from the agency was not returned. Walmart said in a statement on Friday, called the incident a tragic situation. It's that they had tried to prepare for the crowd by adding staffers outside. We know all of that. And you still have people that are twisted because Walmart didn't issue an apology. Well, the lawsuits have already started. You can't issue an apology. You can't even say, I'm sorry this happened. I'm sorry this man lost his life, because they're going to turn that around. You say you're sorry. Obviously, that's an admission of guilt.
You're culpable in that case. No, you can't say anything other than, what did they say in the statement? Do you remember?
They just said our thoughts and prayers.
Or with families.
Tragic incident. Unfortunate.
Well, they listed everything they did to try and prepare for this. I don't know what you do, short of never opening, to accommodate a crowd like that. You're going to have sales. Most people can operate in a timely fashion when it comes to sales.
This happened all over the country, and this is the only place this happened.
And I don't know if all the Walmarts were running the same sales, but if they were, and this was the only place that happened, then you got to go back and look at the neighborhood. And I'm not trying to turn this into a racist issue, but if this happened all over the country and it's the exact same sale, then you don't blame Walmart. You blame the people who were outside who couldn't control their own actions.
Well, that'll have to be Walmart's stance, which is, hey, we had how many stores do this all over the country, and this is the only place this happened.
Shoppers around the country lined up early outside stores on the day after Thanksgiving and the annual bargain hunting ritual known as Black Friday. The managing director of Strategic Resource Group, a retail consulting firm, said retailers quickly learned that they can attract massive crowds if they promise amazing savings and limit the inventory or availability of the sale to a few hours, which is what we've been subject to
for years
since we've been trading cash.
We've been doing this forever.
In addition to not knowing how much inventory may be available on a sale item, shoppers often don't know the exact location where the merchandise is kept. He said they get in early and run the retail racetrack. It's a recipe for disaster, the police commissioner said, and that's what happened here.
So we're just going to call it off, never do another one again. No more sales. No more time limits and no more limits on ceiling fans or whatever it is they're selling.
In a society where everybody gets sued for anything, you're going to have to stop it. You're not going to be able to post sales. You're not going to have to say a limited quantity. You're not going to be able to do anything that retailers have always done because you've got one incident where people just went berserk.
If I owned a store, I wouldn't do one next year. I wouldn't. Just on the outside chance I get sued, like Walmart's going to get sued, and it will cost them money. Period. You can say it wasn't their fault. They're going to end up writing checks.
Just take the precautions. Have cops outside. Pay cops outside to do security. Get people in line in an orderly fashion.
They figured it out.
But are we really to that level of being pathetic, where you've got to have police officers outside a shopping store to control the crowd? You're going in there to shop. Buying stuff. It's Christmas.
It's a
day to save. It's Black Friday. Save some cash.
Yes.
But I've got to be controlled by police officers because I can't figure out. Maybe I can just wait. Maybe they're going to have sales closer to Christmas. Maybe I don't need to burst these doors down. Maybe I don't need to trample a human being. Maybe I can go to Target.
The answer to your question is yes. We are that pathetic. That's the way we think. It's crowd mentality. Once it's out of control, there's no going, I want to get out. No, you're not getting out.
And there's no common courtesy among people anymore, especially in that.
I had a lady run over me at Target, and I wasn't even trying to get in her way. And look at me like, what? Lady, you got your kid in your car and you just ran over somebody. How about you at least say, I'm sorry, instead of looking at me like, you want some of this?
She made no comment?
No comment whatsoever. And when I stepped back and I went, excuse me, a little smart-ass way, and she looked at me like she was ready to start a fight with me. And we weren't even going for the same item or anything else. I was just standing in the aisle waiting for Joey.
You ran away?
Obviously, and it wasn't even 5 a.m. with a rush. She just ran clear over me.
Which one of those, Alfie? One? Yes, Stuart.
Hey, I used to work in that district when I was in Long Island with Walmart, and that store is actually positioned closest to Manhattan and Brooklyn, and it gets all the bus and train traffic from the city. And the difference between those stores up there and anything in the Metroplex is we're 24 hours down here. We're up there. They close at 10 o'clock. Well, with being 24 hours here, people can be in the store and kind of position themselves to where they're at specific items. Where up there, it's just the person who's unlucky enough to open the doors is the one that has to run for their lives.
Did when you were in Long Island, did you work through the holidays up there?
Oh, yeah, two holiday seasons.
And anything like this transpired before?
Sure, but the thing is, we actually, at the store that I was running, we actually dealt with the Nassau County police officers as far as having them in the parking lot. And I'm sure, I don't know for certain, but I'm sure that the Green Acres store did as well.
So the biggest mistake that we can see right now is Walmart had all the security inside, nobody out in the lot.
Well, we would have had them at the front doors as well, because it's just like what had happened. I mean, it is a
Sounds
rush,
like he's
and
been
it's
traumatized.
Severely.
Just bringing up the holidays.
A 6-door opening.
I was there.
It's a madhouse.
Humanity.
Open the door and run like hell.
So nobody ever knocked the doors down before trying to come in for a sale?
Not that I've ever seen a door busted, no, but I mean, those doors are positioned where they break open for safety reasons, so we've had that happen several times.
I just don't know how any retailer could prepare for that.
And
It was a full-blown riot. Do what?
That's the benefit of the supercenters being 24 hours, and in some locations, the smaller stores, because that is not a supercenter.
I got it. Well, maybe that's the way that they combat that, is just open 24 hours.
At least for that day, maybe open at midnight. You say, you can come in the store, you can wander all you want, but nothing is on sale till 5. That way you keep the rush from happening.
I don't know why they didn't at least let the guy go back to sporting goods, grab a baseball bat.
Because now all of a sudden he's going to be a liability. All you got to do is whack one customer coming at you, and now you do have a lawsuit. Why do... What they needed to do is to have some type of remote where you could just fling the doors open, have all the employees someplace in Manhattan, and then when everybody gets in, then you can start shuttling everybody over to check them out. That's the only thing that makes any sense, to actually send somebody up there to unlock that door, knowing that they're going to come flying through it. No, you're the red shirt guy on Star Trek.
Send him, he's only been here a week. So.
All right, any more of those before we move on?
Line 8.
Okay. Yes, Randy.
You know, it kind of comes down to this. It's the people. People on Wall Street trade shares of stock in this same manner, in such a ruckus and a riot every day, but you never hear on the news that someone in Wall Street or these stockholders or traders get stabbed or maimed or stepped on or anything. So it's got to be the people. You hold the people liable, not Walmart. Yeah, Walmart could have did some stuff different, but it all falls down on those people and the mob mentality that they have.
Well, again, when you get a mob together, nobody wants to hold any one person responsible, and so as a result, you really, in essence, should let it go. If you can't go get the perpetrators, you've just got to let this one sit. Well, they can't get the perps, but they're going to go after Walmart and the sheriff's department.
As you said.
Only because it's somebody you can point the finger at. Well, they had something to do with it. They were running a business there.
And you can...
no one wants to take responsibility for their own actions or their own mistakes nowadays, and it's ridiculous.
No, and so far I haven't seen in the news anybody that came to the media or the sheriff's department and said, all right, I was one of the few up front that trampled this guy. Nobody's come out and admitted anything, so nobody cares.
Hell no.
Thanks, Randy.
No one's going to come forward and say, I was there. If I was there, you know what, I was there. I didn't want to be pushed. I just wanted to get out of the way.
All right, well, then you say that.
I'm not going to tell you who I am. I'm going to identify myself.
Well, that also tells you that the clientele that you're dealing with, that nobody has come forward, said anything about it.
They're going to stay as low as they possibly can. And as you said yesterday, you have to prove intent. And none of those people have the intent to hurt that man.
I think you start walking over him, your intent is to hurt him.
Never saw him.
How do you not see a human being on the ground?
There were 10 people in front of me.
Okay, well, you still see somebody that you're walking on. They make noises.
I saw him after I stepped on it, then it was too late.
Did you come back?
No, I couldn't. There was 1,000 people behind me.
That crowd didn't keep coming in for hours.
Well,
did anybody go back and actually attend to this guy?
No, only employees, from what I understand.
And you had people standing around with cell phones watching the event transpire, laughing, giggling in the background.
God.
And then they're giving the EMTs grief. Well, they're not going to give him CPR. They don't want to stick their mouth on him. Well, first of all, that's not the way that they do it. Second of all, why ain't your mouth down there blowing on the guy? You're probably one of the ones that trampled him.
Probably so. And they're, again, getting mad because they were told to leave the store.
And you could probably have found most of those deals online. And again, there's no way that prices are going to go up between now and Christmas. This isn't the one day that those sales were going to exist, and that was going to be the end of it.
Look at the mentality of this crowd. They don't know that. They don't think ahead. They don't go online. They go to the store and they.
I'm missing the part how you turn that ravenous. You just think that you're going to not only do structural damage, but leave carnage.
You get involved in the mob. It happens every year.
I've been in crowds before, and I've never had the desire to go trample somebody.
Have you ever been in a real crowd that you couldn't control? Like, you literally could pick your feet up and they push you along. I was in one time once in New Orleans, and it's frightening.
No,
You
and that's
literally
one
can't
reason I
move.
wouldn't go to Mardi Gras, because you're packed in person to person. You can get shivved on the street,
Easy.
and really nobody's going to know that you've been stabbed until the crowd carries you another couple hundred yards.
That's exactly, you're absolutely correct. It scared the living crap out of me.
So I avoid those situations.
You do. That's right. You're not this kind of mentality. You probably would have gone back, see if you could help the guy. That's not who these people are.
Yeah, these people, I mean, if that guy was correct that said they all come in from Manhattan and Brooklyn and, taking the train, this is their one big day, to go out of their way.
Those trains run all the time. And they probably got computers at home.
But, again, they think that store's going to just completely run out of everything in 10 minutes and they're not going to get what they want. And so.
Well, you can't fault, and then I'm done with this, you can't fault Walmart for having an expectation that their clients are going to behave like people. And as a result, because they thought their clients were going to behave like people, now they're going to get sued.
They're going to be sued and they're going to pay.
All right, you ready to start, Dan?
All set.
Okay. What are you doing, Club? All right. 411, Dan O'Malley's here with news.
Thank you, Russ. News is brought to us by Boomer Jacks, where Chloe will be this Friday night, 10 p.m. to midnight. That's Boomer Jacks, 183 in Central in Bedford this Friday night from 10 to midnight with Chloe. Tuesday, December 2nd, 2008. Birthdays today. Britney Spears turns 27. Monica Seles turns 35, tennis player. Lucy Liu turns 40 from Kill Bill, Charlie's Angels, and Ally McBeal TV show. Stone Phillips from NBC turns 54, and Kathy Lee Crosby turns 64 today.
That's incredible.
Yes, she was on the show.
I don't think she ever did anything else.
I don't think so either. Did Byron Allen on that one?
That was Real People.
Oh, okay. I can't remember. I just remember he came back out with this. Go ahead.
Fran Tarkington and
David, guy with the hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did. That's incredible.
Huh? God,
John Davidson.
yeah.
All right.
God,
Why?
I haven't heard that show's name and else went off the air.
Shut up.
Ford Motor Company is asking Congress for a $9 billion standby line of credit to stabilize its business.
Sorry. I was in the delivery.
Thank you.
But it says it doesn't expect to tap it.
Who is this?
Ford.
Start again.
No problem. Ford Motor Company is asking Congress for a $9 billion standby line of credit to stabilize its business, but says it doesn't expect to tap it unless one of Detroit's other big three auto companies...
Oh, give us the money, but we'll leave it aside. We don't really expect to use it. We just like to have it there as like a security blanket.
Sort of like to look at it from time to time. No, we haven't.
It's our just-in-case fund. Unless one of Detroit's other big three auto companies goes bust, Ford expects to have enough money to make it through next year. It said in a plan that projected the firm will break even or turn a pre-tax profit in 2011. General Motors, Ford, and Chrysler said they would refinance their company's debt, cut executive pay, seek concessions from workers, and find other ways of reviving their staggering companies.
Now, I know that I don't know if it's all of the big three, but one of them, I think they said they're going to sell their entire fleet.
Oh,
their air fleet.
The jets. Ford
And
Motor-
all of this, no, had they laid all this down on paper, here's what we're going to do, and then you go to Congress, carpooling.
Oh, yeah.
You had a better shot at getting some money. They went to Congress. They didn't have plans. They didn't have any type of template on what they were going to do to restructure themselves, and they all came in their own private jets. And then they leave on the private jets with this stunned look. How come we didn't get no cash? I thought this window was open.
Everybody else was in line. Everybody else got cash.
They bailed out Wall Street.
Yeah. And the banks and everybody. Where's our cash?
There'll be none.
We can deliver it in my jet. My jet's waiting.
I tell you what, you ever heard of the Apostle Don Stewart?
Yeah, I've heard of him.
All right.
Well, what
Get
about
a prayer cloth.
No.
And then shove it in your hand.
I'm not gonna. You give me the cash.
And you've got some people that don't think that the government should put any type of requirements on the cash that they give to the big three.
Absolutely not.
What?
Oh, they should definitely put all kinds. Look what Wall Street did.
Do you even know what I said?
Yes, you said there you have people that think. Just finish your statement. He doesn't know what you said.
No, I don't think you did.
You have people that think there should be no restrictions put on the big three.
And you said that's right.
I said, there are people that think that. I said it backwards. Go ahead. I knew what you said.
Well, don't get pissy with me because you can't talk.
I totally can talk.
Did you understand him?
No.
Well, by God, that's the room. Okay.
Dan? What happened?
Thank you.
How are you going to give money to these people and not expect to have them show me, here's what you're going to do?
Why they didn't even show up without that paperwork, I have no clue. Other than the fact that it's a simple cockiness. It's arrogance.
It may not even be that. It might just be ignorance. It's just being removed, living in that corporate bubble where you're just tended to nonstop. All right, we're out of cash. Let's go to the government and get some more. You don't think about the PR that's going to go along with it. Is you guys all take your private jets, and nobody offered to resign. Nobody offered to make any cuts. Nobody offered any solutions on what they were going to do if they got this cash from the government. Well, I'm not going to give you dick. Why don't you try going to Wells Fargo?
Because they had just seen Wall Street do it.
But Wall Street had a plan. At least the guys at like Citigroup and all they came to Congress with a plan saying, here's what's happened. Here's our problem. This is why we need it. This is,
here's how we expect to get out of the hole.
Yeah.
Now, all of the automakers, they're not totally in a hole because of themselves or the way they ran the company. It was the fact that banks stopped loaning money. You can't get money. You can't get a car. So I understand that aspect. But also another part of it was poor design. Poor gas mileage, something that they've always been aware of.
But this has all come on so quickly to them, they wouldn't be able to stop and retool and make efficient cars. And about the time they do, gas goes back down, and nobody gives a crap about your car that gets 50 miles a gallon.
That's why you have to throw it down as a mandate. I don't care what fuel prices do. You're going to continue to do this because this OPEC two-step is going to continue, and we're still going to be under their big, hairy thumbs.
Yeah, and you think that's...
And it's never going to stop. All you have to do is look at any point in time in our history where we use gasoline and we got screwed.
Yeah, you see our OPEC's trying, like they're going to all the big oil producing countries that are not a part of OPEC and going, please cut production.
Just because they're worried about their existence.
Well, because they don't.
All right, so you get short-sheeted a few billion over a few months, maybe a year.
They think gas prices.
What's your overhead?
They were like, we need to stop the free flow of oil, the price of oil, get it back up to where it's stable, $60, $65 a barrel, and let's go from there.
Well, 60, 65 still isn't bad.
No.
I don't know. What did it close at the last couple of days?
I was talking about
50s?
43.
I didn't know it dropped to that point. I saw gas again today, 150 someplace. It's off the tollway. And again, I almost backed up just to make sure that I saw it.
I got a trunk. I'll fill that up.
It was the last time I saw $1.57. Unless I'm just spacing it. Was it the 90s?
I know when we got to like 180, that's the lowest it's been since 2005. But my guess is now we're going back to when oil was about $10 a barrel. We're going to get real close to where, it was like 95 cents.
It's almost what it was when I was a kid.
Well, I'll go buy
Run down to the Enco with a dollar and fill up your go-kart.
I'll go get that Hummer I've been looking at then.
Those sales are going to go back. They're going to increase.
You're right.
Well, we're past the hump. Fuel prices are down. Everything's started to stabilize. Gas has steadily declined. Here's the biggest thing that should scare everybody is gas prices have dropped too quickly. Yeah. Anytime something vacillates that fast, it's going to shoot the F back up.
I just love how the car companies, just everybody relaxed because what was the next story was the Ford CEO says, I'll take $1 a year. Now who's given what? No, it's too little too late. Now that you've been chastised.
Well, yeah, after you've already been turned down, now you decided that you're going to make cutbacks, and I'm going to be the first one in line. I'm not going to take any salary for at least a year. Now, the bonus that's coming in 2009, that's going to be god big.
Yeah, they've sat back and figured out the numbers there.
We need a break? Yes. All right.
We'll be back to the Russ Martin Show.
CBS presents this program in color.
us now at 214-787-1053.
All right, Dan, go ahead.
We were talking about the big three automakers. One of the U.S. House's top Democrats said the heads of the nation's big three automakers should give up their jobs as a condition of $25 billion in proposed federal help.
Well, that's why you had one of the CEOs said, all I'm going to take is $1. That's the same as giving it up.
No.
I'm just staying on the employment rolls.
Yeah.
And how we got here, I can get us out.
That was the CEO of Ford. Majority Whip Jim Clyburn made the statement Monday at a news conference in Columbia. Clyburn will be responsible for rounding up the votes needed for any automaker rescue package.
I don't know if we should give him a dime.
Just let them just go belly up and resurface. I heard somebody say this the other day. Somebody said, well, if that happens, the end of the auto industry as we know it. You know what? Not really, because there's a lot of airlines that were really big. I can list them for you, TWA, Eastern, Braniff, and more, that all went away, and somehow, through attrition, we still fly. Somebody came in and sucked up the mess because you couldn't run your airline.
Well, if let's say, most hideous scenario, all three go belly up, there's probably going to be an automaker come up out of the ashes. We like cars.
Oh, well, I know we like our cars. And 50% of the ones that we drive around in are made in America. So we have to have American-made cars. There's people that, don't want to drive Toyotas for whatever reason.
Well, the only way that they think the automakers are going to get this cash if now it's all fear-driven. We go belly up, you're not going to have any cars. What are you going to do for cars? What are you going to do for parts? There's not going to be you're not going to be able to repair anything.
And all these cities that are going to go bankrupt because of that, Detroit and all the other ones and all the automakers, and they'll trickle down to their families and everything else.
We're still going to want cars, and there's not going to be enough to come from overseas. There's going to be an automaker survive out of this. Or especially right now, it sounds like it might be Ford. Because you got GM and Chrysler that said, we're not going to make it through the holidays. Ford said we could probably make it through next year.
We got enough.
All you got to do is just wait it out for the other two to go teats up.
Everybody's driving Fords.
We don't care what quality is anymore.
We're the only one out here.
You don't like it? Go buy something foreign. In the meantime, this piece of crap's for sale. Own it. No rebates, no discounts.
Well, wait a minute.
$3,000 over sticker.
What happened to Ford Tough? Built Ford Tough.
It's still Ford Tough.
It is?
Well, maybe just a little weaker.
Well, I don't want a weak truck.
Think of it like a slightly softened margarine.
No, I don't want. No.
What were you going to say, Trey?
Oh, but Ford also was smart enough. They've made a lot of investment in plants outside of the U.S. that are highly efficient, make good cars, and doesn't cost them near what it does to make a car in America. GM and Chrysler have not done that as much.
Well, also, if you have the automakers go belly up, obviously there's going to be an initial hit to the economy. You're going to have people that out of work, the trickle-down effect. You're going to have people that are on pensions from the big three. They're going to lose all of that.
Well, most of the pensions are backed anyway. So, but
by the government,
part by the government and part by the unions. But here's the deal: let them go bankrupt. Let it be a supervised governmental bankrupt. That way, it cancels all their contracts with the unions, and they basically get to start over. And that's what they need to do. Because the unions,
and you're still in the mindset that the unions have been one of the biggest issues for this collapse.
It is not all of it, but I believe the high price that they pay for labor, benefits, pensions, everything else, yeah, I think long term that's hurt them. It's also been misrun companies, bad design, not trying to build more fuel efficient.
Why is it you don't want to blame the unions?
This is kind of like everything else. Everyone's got a piece of this.
Mm-hmm. But off the air, you've always blamed the unions.
I don't.
What happened?
The unions are a big part of it. Don't get me wrong.
That's all you ran about off the air. Effing unions, that's the reason for this entire collapse. On the air?
You look at the numbers.
What happened?
Unions are a big part of this. When it's costing the big three $30 to $35 more an hour per employee than it does Toyota, Nissan, whatever, building cars in America in the South, then yeah, that's a problem.
You don't want to say anything because the assembly workers will come and unassemble.
Come and visit.
That's why I think bankruptcy is good, to cancel the labor contracts so they can start over. they need to do it.
I don't think they're going to let them get that far. There's going to be a bailout here, but there's going to have to be some type of agreement. Well, here's what you're going to do. Here's how this is going to play out. We're just not going to hand you cash and cross our pinkies.
We see all what you've done up to now, and coming here on the jets and everything else.
All right, Dan, go ahead.
Okay. Outgoing Federal Communications Commission Chairman Kevin Martin is pushing for action in December on a plan to offer free, pornography-free wireless internet service to all Americans, despite objections from the wireless industry and some consumer groups.
I'm confused. Is it going to have porn on it or not?
No.
And I don't want it.
Well, I know you don't.
It's porn free.
It's porn free, and it's free.
Not free porn.
No.
Well, what happened to my rights to access anything that I want?
You can still be able to pay for that. This is free internet, but you will not get any porn on the free internet.
Why would I have to pay for porn? If you're going to have access to all anything that you want to research, why is it I've got to shell out cash just because I'm going to look at some people?
Because actually the FCC is behind this, and they say, well, we'll let you look at anything you want, research-wise, Wikipedia to your heart's desire, but when it gets to, blacks on blondes, no.
I like to research.
We're not paying for that. There's no research done there. Research at dogfart.com.
Yeah, there is.
What?
Any questions I'd like to ask those chicks? Do you want to be here? Good, Dan.
The free internet plan is the most controversial issue the agency will tackle in December. The proposal to allow a no-smut free wireless internet service is part of a proposal to auction off a chunk of airwaves. The winning bidder would be required to set aside a quarter of the airwaves for a free internet service. The winner could establish then a paid service that would have a fast wireless internet connection. The free service could be slower and would be required to filter out porn and other material not suitable for children.
Now, on the portion that they would turn into a pay service, they're going to allow them to carry smut?
Of course, that's going to be their catch.
All right. Well, otherwise, nobody would want to buy that frequency or that allocation of that part of the ban if you're going to be told you can't carry any type of adult programming. That's one reason the internet's flourished.
Yes, absolutely.
That's why we have broadband. We ain't got broadband so we can watch MSNBC.
Or YouTube.
Good God, man.
Well, you're right. The push has been you've said that for years. Porn has pushed the internet to where it is today. But
porn pushes every type of communication.
How's that? Every type of communication. It's just porn.
Because people want it. Well, and you get ravenous for it, and you want more of it, and you want it at a faster speed. That's the only reason we got fiber optics. It's not because we want quicker communications globally. We want to look at
well, I believe it's communication nationally. We want to watch video. We want to watch YouTube. We want to watch everything that moves. We want things to be faster.
And pornography has been one of the biggest catalysts to get us all of that.
And I don't understand to this day still how anybody makes any money in porn. I don't get it. With all the stuff that's free out there, who is charging and paying for porn? Especially now.
You've got to have somebody that's coughing up credit cards. Maybe you get raped if you give somebody a credit card because they know only 1 out of 2,000 people are going to give them any personal information. I'm not giving some website my credit card, and all of a sudden they start running it up, and then I got to go to Amex and explain to them why I got a beef with Grandpa's pissing through pantyhose.
What is your problem actually with this website, Mr. Martin?
They're running up my credit card.
Well, where are you? Let me see where you're running up money here. Yeah, you got the Grandpa's pissing in pantyhose, and you've got the.
They're raping me blind.
Well, what is it? Mama's.
Nibble is Mama's. What about it?
You? What's wrong with you?
Nothing's wrong with me. I've got a right to consume anything that I want, and I'm consuming it, and they're charging me more than I should be paying for.
So what do you want us to do?
I'd like my cash back. Well, plus, some of those Mamas had nipples. Well, and it's deceptive trade. And some of that piss wasn't real.
We'll connect you to the Attorney General.
Bud Abbott?
No, Craig Abbott.
Oh, all right.
Don't.
Okay. 2008 marked our country's slide into one of the worst financial crises in history and the election of the first black president in U.S. history. And yet, what was the most popular search term of the year, according to Yahoo.com?
Grandpa's pissing through panties.
No.
Came in at number 4.
No, it did not come in at number 4.
Yogi's on boo-boos?
No Yogi.
I'm just reading off JD's Google list.
That is not my list.
Rick Lou in IT printed this out, said this was on your computer.
You did it. You know you did it. I would never go do any of that. I don't have time to do this kind of crap. I would never go to Yogi's on boo-boos.
What would be my incentive to pull up nude Hasidic bears?
To make me look stupid to IT, because you know they keep a track of what we watch over here.
So you deny all of that?
I had to deny every single bit of it.
Except the donkey parties.
That was funny. It was just funny. Pin the tail and stuff. Mm-hmm. I got an email about that, too. Hold on.
Well, hang on. Finish the story, Dan.
Okay. I have here the 10 most popular searches on Yahoo.com in 2008.
Crazy Asians on the commode?
No.
Amputee sex parties.
Didn't make it, even though surprising.
Furry fellas.
No.
Okay, I'm out. Hairy fat bastards showing that sweet spot.
Number 1.
It is on my screensaver when he gets to it.
Theoretically, with is this a Yahoo or Google search?
This is Yahoo.
You would think the presidential election would be near the top of this.
Yeah.
It certainly should be at number 1.
Yeah.
Either McCain, Obama, Palin, or Biden.
You would think.
All right, go ahead.
Coming in at number 10, American Idol. Number 9, Angelina Jolie. Number 8, Lindsay Lohan. Number 7, Naruto.
Who is that?
It's a Japanese cartoon.
All right.
It's coming in 6th place, Jessica Alba. In the 5th slot, RuneScape.
What is that?
I do not know.
Hello? All right.
Coming in at number 4, Miley Cyrus. I'm sure that has something to do with her naughty pictures. Coming in at number 3, Barack Obama.
Okay.
Number 2, World Wrestling Entertainment.
Huge.
So unless number 1 has anything to do with politics, the only person on this list regarding the presidential election is Barack Obama.
Yes.
No searches for a platform of the Democratic Republican Party.
No.
No issues where these two guys are going to take us, what their running mates are capable of.
We don't care.
How can you look for that stuff when you can look at, you can search for Miley Cyrus and her underwear pictures?
Yeah.
Who made number 1?
Britney Spears.
We deserve anything we get. We have it coming.
And people want to put a lot of stock into the whole voting. That's why I don't go vote. Because nobody does any research. They vote on a popularity contest.
Well,
you got some people that voted for McCain only because he's white, the reverse for Obama, and everything else was just a crapshoot. You got somebody promising change, who now, Obama, has said, oh, Nelly, change is something that it comes in time. I've looked at the stuff I got to take over. It's a blazing mess. And I'm not a miracle worker, and this is something that's not going to happen overnight. It could probably take billions of years.
You said you had all the answers. You said change.
I do have all the answers.
You can believe in it.
Wait, you can believe in change.
Your airplane.
Well, sometimes change don't always mean that's good.
Well, it does mean it's good. That's what you said.
Actually, he never said that. He just said that we need change.
That you can believe in. I believe in it.
And he was going to bring change to Washington. Then you look at his cabinet, and it's like, I know all those people.
Yeah, that's the same faces that circled around over and over. In fact, I think one of the guys on your cabinet was there with the previous guy. So what's going to be the catalyst for change? Hillary's in there.
That's what Leno said last night. He goes, "Oh, we're so happy for the change. We have a Clinton in the cabinet." Wow.
You giggling about something? You can say something?
Oh, Clinton. And now there's talk that Bill may go fill Hillary's seat as the New York senator.
Oh, that's perfect. No, honey. You go travel the world. I'll keep your Senate seat warm here in D.C.
I have some audio, by the way. Cut 99 is Hillary accepting her nomination. Listen, something odd happens about 4 or 5 seconds in. Just listen for it. See if you pick it up.
Okay.
Mr. President-elect, thank you for this honor. If confirmed, I will give this assignment.
You didn't hear that?
Yeah, I heard it. So what? The lady queefed.
I listened to that over and over.
Where'd you get this audio?
This audio is from one of the services. It's the news. I didn't add that, believe me. I have no idea what that was.
Mr. President-elect, thank you for this honor. If confirmed, I will give this
That's a huge queef. That's a big.
Mr. President-elect, thank you for this honor. If confirmed, I will give this assignment.
I hate to take the magic out of this, because I really would like to think that it's a queef. Sounds like somebody moving a microphone.
Don't say that. You ruined it for everybody.
Yeah, it was. Is it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it is.
Because she's so short, she has to move the mic down.
And it was one of those the two-pronged mics on top of a podium.
Okay, I saw that because Obama introduced her. She walked up, and you got those two mics shoved right in her mug, which was where they should have been, so you didn't have to see any part of that face. Well, hell. I'm sorry.
Mr. President-elect, thank you for this honor. If confirmed, I will give this assignment, your administration, and our country my all. President Kennedy once said that engaging the world to meet the threats we face is the greatest adventure of our century. Well, Mr. President-elect, I am proud to join you on what will be a difficult and exciting adventure in this new century. And may God bless you and all who serve with you and our great country.
Somebody run my Chrysler and get that Jesus freshen up thing. Did you know that's what it was, John?
Yes.
Mr. President-elect, thank
All right, well, nobody repeat that.
you for this honor. If confirmed, I will give this assignment.
Okay, but imagine if you were driving in your car and KRLD was carrying this live.
And they probably did.
Yeah. I almost would have driven off the road.
That's a huge queen.
What did she eat?
How big your clam got to be to make that kind of noise?
It's Hillary.
That's a huge queen.
Mr. President-elect, thank you for this honor. If confirmed, I will give this assignment, your administration, and our country my all.
I was thinking about this when she was accepting this. There's nothing that she's really done or any of her politics I don't like. I just can't stand her. I've got no reason short of I don't like looking at her, and she just exudes
Yes.
runt.
Mm-hmm. I don't like her politics, but
there's nobody else in politics that I don't like as much as her, and I can't really put my finger on it short of she's a little troll, short and sweet.
I think I hate Pelosi more than her, but
Pelosi, I'd screw. It couldn't have been that long ago that Pelosi was still hot. Hillary, I don't know how, seems to get less ugly as she gets older. You go back and look at her baby pictures, that's a little wolf woman.
When her and Bill first hooked up, she was just horrendous. That man
And Bill didn't look that bad. He wasn't.
No, he's always been kind of charismatic, at least. There's nothing charismatic about this woman.
Confirmed, I will give this assignment, your administration, and our country my all. President Kennedy once said that engaging the world to meet the threats we face was the greatest adventure.
Like somebody unplugged the freezer.
Mr. President-elect.
Left it over the weekend.
All right, Dan. Go ahead.
Here we have some guidelines to follow for giving holiday tips.
Oh, why do we hear this every year, don't we?
yeah, of course.
And the only reason why you hear it every year is because sometimes they'll throw in like one or two extra people that they didn't the previous year, or they change like the percentage or what to expect.
This has become a standard filler from the news services, that, and they'll go back and add up what it would cost if you did the 12 days of Christmas.
I hate.
It's just something to eat up newspaper space.
Some people don't really know how much to tip the guy who does your lawn or your pool guy.
I pay them every week. That's what they get. They got a job. They've got income. They've got steady source of money every time they mow the yard.
Last year you screamed at me because I wouldn't tip my garbage man.
I did not.
Yes, you did. You gave me a hard time because I said, well, the different garbage guys come by every day. I'm not stopping just randomly and giving the guy $20. He may think I want something.
All right, who's on the list?
Your babysitter. She should get one night's pay and a small gift from your child.
Already taking care of her.
If you have a housekeeper, up to 1 week's pay or a small gift. Your barber, cost of one haircut or a small gift. Personal trainer, up to the cost of one session or a gift. Your pool cleaner, the cost of one cleaning to be split among the crew. Your mail carrier should get a small gift only.
All right, where does this come from? The source is what?
This is from Emily Post.
Isn't that bitch dead?
Probably, but
this crap lives on and on.
Well, but how do you decide somebody gets your gardener gets an extra week's pay, but the post guy, he only gets a small gift?
And that's why I'm saying this is why
Is it based on the fact that I'm not giving him money on a weekly basis, so it's hard to calculate what really to spiff him?
Exactly.
Well, that's too difficult for me, so I'm going to let it go.
If you have a yard worker, the standard should be $20 to $50 each or a gift. And if you have a teacher, a small gift, absolutely no cash. That's one I'm sorry I would disagree with, because if your kid's a little hellion, you get them something nice.
Yeah, well, why would you stick them at the bottom of the list and make it just some type of small gift?
There's so many kids in the room, and then it gets to be a bidding war. And it's just something nice, something thoughtful. Joy got little decorated bells for the teachers, for her kids' teachers. Just something simple, a little teacher bell. You know, they have them at the front of the room to get attention. This is all decorated with jewels and stuff on it.
I come from a family of teachers. You want to get something nice for a teacher for Christmas, give them cash.
I guess.
Gift card, cash, something along those lines.
Yeah, if I've got to tolerate your little hellion all year, you're going to give me something more than a little dingy bell.
That's nice. It was very thoughtful. You don't have to give them anything.
You don't have to, but again, you've got somebody that's responsible for your child several hours each day, 5 days a week. I think giving them more than a little dinner bell is warranted.
Plus, I don't know any teacher that is making, whatever they're making, they're thinking, man, I make too much money.
And what do you think that you're going to get out of that teacher for the rest of the year if all you give them is a little dinner bell? Well, that's why you didn't get your green prayer cloth back, because you only sent $2 back to the Apostle Don.
Oh, my God. How the hell did you turn this back on me? No, it's not either. He said send what you can, and that's all I could send at the time.
You had more than $2.
That's all I really had in my wallet. Seriously, I wasn't going to send him any more than that anyway, but that's what I had in my wallet.
And that's why when you sent the prayer cloth back, you didn't get anything in return. He sent you another note saying, well, we're going to need some cash this time. Give me a list of your 7 big miracles, and then I'll take care of that. By the way, drop in $800 when it comes back.
I sent $1,000. I would have got the same thing back.
No, you had gotten a prayer cloth. Probably a whole sheet, bed attached to it. For $2, you ain't getting dick back.
It's a scam. He figured if I had if I have 1,000, I got 10. Just keep sending it, and I'll send you back that cloth when I get around to
And you're sitting there watching the mailbox, waiting for your miracle.
I absolutely was. Oh, Lord.
Are you ready
I'm
for a
ready.
miracle?
You can start waiting.
I am waiting. Oh, no.
You think you're going to start a relationship with God for $2? For $2? Let me ask you something. What does God look like?
I don't know.
What does God look like?
It's a heavenly host.
Okay.
I don't know what he looks like.
Does he look like a bitch?
No.
Why you trying to screw him like a bitch?
I'm not screwing God.
Yes, you did, John.
I gave him money.
Yes, you did.
Screw
You
God.
God don't like to be screwed by nobody but Mrs. God.
Mrs. God.
She passed sending $2, expected $10 million back. Yeah. You sent God $2. Eyes on the blower with God.
Oh, you want on the blower?
His name's Earl.
Oh.
I asked him, I was ready to pray for you to fill your needs. He asked me how much money you sent. I told him $2. He said, Batman. You forget about your miracle.
I wouldn't say that.
You stop checking the mailbox, voicemail, answer machine, email, text messages, voicemail, postcard, wiregram, no telegraph, Morse code, smoke signals, hand gestures, CB radio, shortwave, longwave. It ain't coming.
And good. Still, $2 is still a seed.
Now for $2.
Well, you give me a miracle worth 10.
God is not just going to give you a miracle just to show that he exists. That's evil.
That's not evil.
That's the epitome of evil.
Send whatever I want.
You trying to drag down the rest of my brothers who actually give God money.
Oh, my Lord.
And the path of the righteous man is beset on all sides by the iniquities of the selfish and the tyranny of evil man. What? And I will strike down upon thee with great vengeance and furious anger those who attempt to poison and destroy my brothers.
Pretty sure this is where you get shot.
Wow. And you will know my name is the Lord when I lay my vengeance upon thee.
I thought your name was Earl.
Shoot him, Dan. Maybe God will come down and block these motherfucking bullets.
Welcome back to the Russ Martin Show. We're back to the Russ Martin Show.
Ready?
All set.
All right. Go ahead.
Okay, right now traffic is brought to us by McShann Florist. Mentioned to you earlier in Dallas, 35 northbound of Harry Hines, that overturned truck there is still blocking the off-ramp, and traffic is now backed up to 183. Just saw a shot of it from the Channel 11 helicopter, and that thing just got torn to pieces. So that's going to be a while before that gets cleared up. Also in Dallas, the action I mentioned to you earlier, tollway southbound of Trinity Mills, that has been cleared, but traffic is still unwinding back to Park Boulevard. Tarrant County actually looking okay so far. There's your second check of traffic. I'm Dan O'Malley on the Russ Martin Show.
Thanks, Dan. All right, 40 for the low tonight and warm again tomorrow. Going to be about 66 for the high. We were at 65 and partly cloudy now. Live 105.3.
All right, I hate to backtrack. I went online and looked at the complaint of those teenage girls that were helping out the people at the old folks' home.
Molesting, yes.
These are some little gashes.
What they do, other than what we know.
So far, I haven't seen anything. I'm only up to page 4 of the complaint.
Okay.
I haven't seen anything about the giving the old guys blue balls and sticking a finger in the rump hole.
That was in our story. And dry humping them and sticking their bottoms in their faces.
And there's nothing wrong with any of that.
Well, what else did they do?
They would spit on these old people. They'd huck up a snot wad and spit it in their mouth.
Oh.
And then they would all get together afterwards and compare stories.
Laugh and tell us what you get.
Well, they try and blow it off. The girls were. This was just a way of them letting off steam because they were frustrated.
So you don't do that to an old person who's got either Alzheimer's or can't fight back.
You don't do it to a whole lot of people.
You do it to somebody that can punch you in the face for doing it.
After receiving an initial notice of suspected abuse of elderly residents suffering from Alzheimer's disease and or dementia at the Good Samaritan Society nursing home, gives the address. Detectives Flatness and somebody else conducted an investigation. Present during some of the investigation interviews, that talks about another detective. Based upon the initial information received, the investigation focused on a group of young part-time nursing assistants, some who were directly involved in the abuse and some who knew or observed the abuse but failed to have reported it. And they go back and they describe holding some of these people's mouths open and spitting in or on them. Ashton Larson admitted she had inserted her finger into a resident's boo-hole. Stated she was working with another resident. She was trying to get her bowels to move.
That's not the way you do it.
It's nice.
That's not nice. Wasn't doing anything nice.
Well, that's the way you
No.
if something's clogged, you get in there and you root around in it.
No.
That's what Roto-Rooter does.
No, we have medicine for that. Make someone move.
Well, because she's not a full trained nurse, she didn't know that.
Then you call a nurse. You don't just go, oh. Let's see if I can get it going.
Stated there was a video of them taking off resident's hat to antagonize him. Stated that she took a photo of the resident after she had put makeup and red lipstick all over her. There's also a video of her singing a song to her. She patted residents on the buttocks. Let me go back and read the part where they stuck her finger in the two-hole.
I'm sure it wasn't friendly or nor fun nor requested. She's trying to get her movement going.
If I'm an old guy or an old chick and you're digging around in my hoot,
that's you.
I'm still okay with you and it.
And then you're gonna spit.
You and I are still okay.
And then you can spit in my mouth.
And that's her reasoning. She said she was trying to get the bowels to move.
No, once you got caught, that was my reasoning.
Well, that's what you do with a garbage disposal when it's stuck. At least they didn't use a broom handle. Let's see. They stated they would hump residents. They flicked water at some residents and ran away. They touched residents' nose and played with her wig to get her really mad.
That's a little funny. What now? God.
They said they would try and confuse some of the residents and annoy them by tapping on one shoulder from the opposite side.
That's something you would do. But just tap me on the shoulder.
Really, short of the spitting on them, it's still... It's
harassment of a poor old person. Can you imagine being that old? You can't fight back. You can't kick their ass. All you can do is sit there and take the abuse. Get my wig pulled on. Take my hat off. Get all twisted off, and you're just going to laugh at me.
Do you want to hear any more?
Yes, unfortunately.
They stated on one occasion when she was working with another attendant, they'd been washing up a guy, and he was rougher. And they were rougher than what they needed to be, and they got an erection from it. She stated in her interview that she believed that the other assistant was trying to... There are a lot of names in here, and I'm having to leave things out as I'm reading. The other assistant was trying to stimulate him. Let's see. RMM stated that the girls would laugh if the resident got one and it said something dirty. They stated they would do this for fun and did not do it to go in and cause pain.
I'm sure they didn't help the guy get rid of it.
Stated that one of the girls told her about abusing a vulnerable adult. They would play with his cane, ride it like a horse, and spank him on the buttocks with it.
Wahoo, Chloe. What?
That's in fuego.
That's not fuego. Just making him mad.
Well,
give me my cane. Beat you with it.
You want your cane back?
Yeah. Ow. I didn't want it that way.
Oh, all right.
Hand it to me.
Don't forget to push.
Keep it.
Really, they're just a bunch of little gashes.
Yeah. Well, again, that's why they're looking at 3 years in prison, I guess.
And, by the way, this statement reads to the police, they're talking to the cops as if there was no malice.
I'm sure they thought it was all in good fun. They wouldn't have done it. And
well, some of it is. Tapping an old lady on one side of the shoulder when you're standing on the other, or, twisting somebody's wig back and forth. That's just good-natured.
That's having a little bit of fun at old people's expense. Still a bad thing, but the other stuff is ridiculous.
They had, some of them witnessed the girls rubbing to sexually arouse residents. Also talked about doing this 4 or 5 times with different residents. They also had, pictures of residents on their cell phones. They'd also a video recorded one resident trying to get his hat back after the girls had taken it from him, would not give it back to him.
And keep away.
It stated they had taken a video of one resident tickling her and telling her she had a cute butt. It's nice.
Really? Really not a whole lot different than what we do in the studio to each other.
Yeah, but you guys get cash for it.
Short of spitting in each other's mouths. We've done all the rest of that stuff.
Put that on the wheel, Chloe.
Oh, my big mouth.
I want to take any of those, Alfie?
2 or 3.
Okay. Yes, Holly.
Hey there.
You must burn up a lot of cell phone minutes.
Hello?
Yes.
I'm here.
Okay. Do you want to talk to Russ?
Sure.
What do you want to tell him?
I wanted to let Russ know that, unfortunately, in the nursing world, there are times where we have to stick our finger up the rectum to remove the impaction.
So there is a reason to get in there and root around?
Yes, there is.
Thank you.
It's a last resort, but unfortunately, yes.
Why wouldn't a laxative just work?
Well, sometimes if a patient, is on certain medications, they will become so constipated that it's called an impaction. And how in depth would you like for me to get with this, guys?
I'd like you to go all the way. How is it? How do you guys decide who's going to go in there and root around in their hole until it opens up?
Well, unfortunately, if it's your patient for that day, you get to do it.
I'd walk out the door and he died. I don't know. I walked in there to check on him, and he's dead. That way, when the attendant goes in there, he's yours now.
Still alive.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good plan. So, I just want to let you guys know.
What was it? What was the draw to you being a nurse?
Of course, not that type of thing, but just basically, I went into it because just to take care of people. There's people out there who are sick and really need help.
But most of those people that are sick are also nasty. And, and a lot of them are old, and a lot of things that you have to deal with are things that most people wouldn't want to. Ever.
Right. Well, and when you're talking on a nursing home level, you are given the patients that no one wants to deal with.
Why would you pick a nursing home over, say, a hospital?
You know what you're up for. A nursing home, 9 times out of 10, they employ majority of nursing aides. Those aren't girls with licensed nursing.
I got a little candy striper chicks, but still, you're working in a nursing home. Sooner or later, old man Bernstein in room number 8 is going to need his hole dug in.
Right. You just pray that it's not your shift when his hole gets clogged up.
Or you just let it go until shift change.
I'm all clogged up.
Yeah, and you can act like you didn't know about it.
Is there, I'm going to guess the answer is yes. Is there a lot of neglect that goes on in these nursing homes just because nobody wants to deal with it?
Oh, most definitely. And when you run into these patients who have Alzheimer's and dementia, these patients, 9 times out of 10 are so far gone anyways, they can't report anything. So you see a lot of people neglecting them, like you said, or basically treating them like they're getting treated and what y'all are discussing, and no one's there to do anything about it because people just don't care.
Are you still working in a nursing home?
No, I don't work in the nursing home. I work in a hospital.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm not going that route.
How old are you?
I'm 30.
Cute?
I'm decent.
I'm impacted.
Are you?
All right, thank you.
Once again, Lori. Just look straight ahead. I'm impacted.
I've wanted that since we talked about this chick story 3 o'clock.
What?
Just a nice little unimpacting.
Nobody needs to come up here and unimpact you. I'm sure you're fine.
I'm sure Fetner will do it.
Said hot.
It'll be 5 minutes. Fetner will be at the door. I hear you need a digging.
Fetner will get in there and root around, pull it out. No, it ain't done. Too much stuff stuck to my finger.
Oh.
You're healthy when it goes in and comes out clean. Like a cake.
Nasty.
All right, you ready to finish news?
We got a quick email for Trey.
All right, go ahead.
From the United Auto Workers. Dear Trey,
the path of the righteous man is beset on all sides by the iniquity of the selfish and the tyranny of evil man. And I will strike down upon thee with great vengeance and furious anger. Here comes a union.
You're going to get shot.
You pissed off the union. Yes, you did.
Yeah, you did.
Yes, you did, Brad. What's it say?
Trey slamming the unions. He's about to get his ass kicked. That's really big font. The three automakers agreed to any contracts held with the UAW, just like any other company.
That's because they went on strike and held them hostage.
I'm sure that Trey has clients sign an agreement / contract with him to cover the work performed when he's selling a piece of property. What's the difference, Trey? You're an a-hole. An employment agreement is an employment agreement.
I'll tell you what the difference is my deal is a free market. If I don't like what they are offering me, or if they don't like what I'm offering them, they can go find another agent.
That house can still get sold, and there can still be a transaction. What Trey's talking about is if the UAW walks out, the entire motor company comes to a halt. But I'm sure that the union workers have a valid reason for any actions that they've taken now or possibly in the future against Trey. I believe I'd have somebody start my car for me for a while if I was you. You ready, Dan?
Yeah.
All right. 5:21. Dan's here with more news.
Thank you, Russ. Well, we talked earlier about the top searches on Yahoo for 2008. Now we have the 10 most commonly asked questions on Ask.com for this year.
Am I a bear or not?
No, not one of them.
How to live in a world with an oversized head.
No, it's not one of them. AskMen.com. No.
That's just something for you and Ted Kennedy to figure out.
Yeah, me and Teddy.
Places for discount Hawaii insurance.
That one I can do for you. I can help you with that. Walmart mostly.
What's on there?
Number 10, how do I download videos? Number 9, why is the sky blue? Number 8, how do I register to vote? 7, what is the meaning of life? As if the answer to that's going to be online.
Well, even if it was, is it something you're really going to subscribe to? Thank God I found something on Wiki.
I should have lived my life.
Look at all these billions of people who wasted time on religion. Should have gone to Wiki.
Stupid. Number 6, how do I change my name? Number 5, how much is my car worth? 4, how much is minimum wage? Number 3, how do I write a resume? Number 2, how do I lose weight? And the number 1 asked question for this year, according to Ask.com, how do I get pregnant?
No questions again about politics, the economy, which way I should vote, whose platform is a little closer to my own thinking. It's how do I get knocked up?
Why is the sky blue? Very important. I know that. It's hard to believe that one's in the top 10, but yeah, how do I get knocked up? Number 1.
Why is that?
Why is the sky blue?
Okay.
Because of the refractory of light through the atmosphere filtered through the... dang if I know.
Stop being cocky.
You were on the right track, Jimmy.
I was pretty close, yeah.
KLLI just sent me this is breaking news.
Okay.
The NHL has suspended Dallas Stars forward Sean Avery indefinitely pending a hearing with NHL Commissioner Gary Bettman. Right. Avery will not be playing in tonight's game against the Calgary Flames. Avery is being suspended for disparaging remarks he made this morning in reference to Calgary player Dion and Hufflepuff's girlfriend, Alicia Cuthbert, who previously had a relationship with Avery.
Alicia Cuthbert's hot.
I'm really happy to be back in Calgary. I love Canada, Avery said on camera this morning in Calgary. I just want to comment on how it's become like a common thing in the NHL for guys to fall in love with my sloppy seconds.
Wow.
Read all that again.
Yeah, slow that down. Read it again.
I just want to comment on how it's become. Let's see. I'm really happy to be back in Calgary. I love Canada. I just want to comment on how it's become like a common thing in the NHL for guys to fall in love with my sloppy seconds. I don't know what all that's about. Enjoy the game tonight.
See you on the ice.
The hearing will take place in accordance with the NHL Constitution for conduct detrimental to the league or game of hockey. The NHL announced today. He didn't say who he was talking about.
I'm sure they knew.
And he makes it sound like it's something nice.
Alicia Cuthbert. Yeah, that's nice.
How do you think you're going to get away with that?
He didn't say anything about the NHL. He just said it's amazing to me how the NHL has just embraced my sloppy seconds.
I just don't see why they're suspending him for it. I mean, it's not detrimental to the league. It's actually funny. It'll get him more press.
Gavin.
Yes.
You guys have audio of that?
I can work on it. It came off Canada, so I'll have to check a couple websites.
All right. Is Avery being gone, is that going to create an issue with the Stars?
Huge issue. He basically took the place of Brendan Morrow, who's out for the year with a knee injury. So they were looking on him, and he was playing more on the power play, so it's a big loss.
As a hockey aficionado,
yes.
Is this something he should be suspended for?
In my opinion, no. But he needs to smarten up on things like that.
He didn't specifically identify any one person or any one chick. I'm sure he's dated other chicks in the past who've gone on and screwed other people in the NHL.
Oh, he is. I mean, he is well documented, known as one of the biggest players in the NHL, and he'll admit it.
Well, how do they know he was specifically making references to Dion Hoff?
I guess not. I don't know. I mean, I have heard people say worse and not get suspended.
It's an assumption because Dion Phaneuf is dating Alicia Cuthbert, Sean Avery's ex. So they're just assuming that that's who he's talking about.
This could still be another ex and another NHL player.
And you know what? Why he did
How do you say his last name, the Dion guy?
Phaneuf.
Okay.
Yeah, and I mean, I think this is my opinion why he'd say that. They're playing Calgary tonight. Phaneuf likes to rough it up. He was probably trying to get under his skin, make a headline, try to take, Phaneuf off his game. That's what they do. They talk the whole game. I mean, if anyone who goes to a Stars game, they're, swears, your mother, that kind of thing, throughout the whole game.
Well, that's the kind of thing you say on the ice, not when the mic is on.
Well, I mean, I'm sure, he wanted to be the big story in Calgary, and obviously Phaneuf would have found that out before the game. It probably would have threw his game off a little bit.
Well, it still may do that. He's just not going to have Avery on the ice.
Well, yeah, and that's the problem. I mean,
but how could they come up with an indefinite suspension? This sounds like he had actually gone out and beat somebody up in a bar.
Yeah, I think what they're going to do is review it quickly and suspend him, whether it be 2 or 3 games.
I don't think it's that damning.
You wouldn't think so.
And it's funny to see in print. Maybe his tone was a little brash.
I'm sure we'll have audio for it before too long to see which way he acted.
This is what he's known for. And this is...
it's not the first time he's made something, a comment along these lines.
No, they actually changed a rule in hockey because of him last year in the playoffs. It's the only time in hockey history they changed a rule in one day because of him.
What rule?
Basically, during the playoffs, he took his stick and waved it in front of the goalie.
All right.
Just didn't pay attention to play whatsoever, just waved it in front of his face so he couldn't pay attention. It was completely legal at the time. People thought...
So now it's not legal?
Now it's not legal. It's considered unsportsmanlike. Now...
Because he's over with a goalie playing, I'm not touching you?
Right, exactly.
Whatever happened to hockey being tough?
No, that's exactly how he played. And, as rough a sport as it is, there is that gentleman's agreement that, like, for instance, when you're fighting, when the guy hits the ground, you're supposed to stop fighting.
They don't do that. No.
Well, but a lot of them do now. It's an understood thing that you're not going to take a cheap shot.
It's understood, but you can still go back and watch recent footage of the NHL where the refs just stand back for a while and let them go at each other even though they're down on the ice. This guy said something that was innocuous and played I'm not touching you with one of the goalies.
Right. I agree. I mean, I was watching Avery on Sunday against Edmonton, and he was getting in a guy from Edmonton's face, and he totally got on his nerves. As soon as the face-off happened, the guy took his stick and hit Avery right in the groin.
Anything happened there?
No, Avery ran over to the referee and said, how come he didn't call it? How come he didn't call it? And they, he's not going to get those calls because of what he does. He's an agitator.
The other guy wasn't as good as you as playing I'm not touching you. All right. I'm just curious about that. Yeah, if you can find the audio, I'd like to hear it.
Yep.
Okay. All right, go ahead, Dan. Okay. A judge recently ruled against one of the largest red light camera companies operating in the state of Texas. The ruling could mean recent red light tickets could be thrown out. Those who paid for their tickets already might be able to also get their money back.
I missed the first part. Is this a local story?
Yes.
All right.
Red light cameras have captured drivers in Dallas since December of 2006. Attorney Lloyd Ward said you get this cute little picture of the back of your car with the license plate with a notice that you owe the city of Dallas money. When Ward received the ticket from the city 4 months ago into the Safe Light program, it made him extremely irritated. Now, Ward is an attorney, so he contested and refused to pay the $75 fine. Then ACS, the company who took the picture, said it would report him to the credit bureau. Ward then looked into the city's agreement.
How do they justify that as reporting you to TransUnion?
If you don't pay, I guess if you don't pay a bill, there's got to be some...
It's not something a loan that I took out and it's money that I owe to somebody. You contend that I did this because it's a civil matter. You're really going to have to take me to court and prove that I did it.
Yeah, I'm afraid that there would have to be some court step in between. Maybe that's just a threat.
Well, the problem with the credit reporting agencies is they'll take information from almost anybody, and it doesn't have to be that accurate.
No, you have to go in and you have to prove it didn't happen. Actually, there's things that in a lot of people's credit reports that are not accurate.
There were things on my credit report in the 90s that somebody had the first initial and Martin, and they had 3 judgments against them. And because they had no social security number or any other identifying information, anybody named R. Martin got that stuck on their credit report.
Really?
I asked the chick, I went, how did you guys decide? Obviously, that's not me because you don't have enough information. I've never done business with those 3 entities. How do you decide who gets it? They said, well, if you don't have social or any other information, everybody gets it.
You just put it in anybody that's got R. Martin. That's ridiculous.
That's what they do with parking tickets. City of Dallas, you don't pay them. They report you to a collection agency, and then it goes on your credit report.
I don't understand the credit report angle. You'd have to have some kind of proof that I owed that money. Me. Not my car.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to get people out of the red light cameras. People don't like that because they don't like getting busted. Mm-hmm. There seems to be some expectation of, if I run a red light, I feel like I'm getting short-sheeted unless a cop actually pulls me over and writes the ticket. Why don't you just look at it as, I ran it, I didn't have to sit there and wait for my license to be run, I didn't have to wait for anything, I went on my way, I got my ticket, and I'm done. And it's not going to go against my insurance because it's civil and not criminal.
As long as if I see a picture of my vehicle, and I'm the only one who drives it, in an intersection, I ran the red light, I'd pay it. Most likely you've forgotten by the time the ticket gets there, you did it. But you got the video proof, and a cop also looked at that too, didn't he?
I believe in Dallas, they'll actually look at the little 8-10 second video. They'll watch it transpire. So then the ticket goes out.
Same as getting a cop stopping you.
But you have one cop that can handle, theoretically, one intersection all day as opposed to eating up manpower. But people don't like it because they think the lights are being, you get the short yellow, or they also, now people are going to stop and I'm going to rear end somebody. Well, then you know what? Why don't you do that distance rule that we learned back in the 70s?
And this guy sounds like his lawsuit may go through and throw out a ton of tickets.
Yeah. Well, this is only based on the fact that the camera company wasn't licensed for Texas.
Correct.
Well, not the legality or any of their ancillary concerns. Just they weren't licensed for Dallas or wherever.
They weren't licensed properly. Through city documents, Ward discovered ACS had a business license but not an occupational license. ACS collects the pictures and information for prosecution. That falls under the category of a private investigator.
I was going to say they're probably going to have to be licensed. It's a PI or someone who can legally gather information for proceedings.
Right. Okay. And that falls under that occupational license, and that is needed for that kind of work. Ward knows, of course, about licenses. He has 9 years in his practice. He thinks ACS should have had one for their private investigation. So he took the case before a state district judge. Judge Smith in the 192nd issued a ruling that they were in violation of the Texas Occupation Code for operating without a license.
And there are red light cameras out near my auto shop. Very seldom will I blow a red light, but I'm even more aware of where it is and the distance between me, the light, and whoever the hell is behind me as I gradually get up to it.
In that case, that's a positive. It makes you more aware. See, there are none where I live over in Colleyville area. I don't run the red lights just because I don't want to get popped. But anytime I know there's an intersection where cops hang out near my house, I'm very careful not to even get close to running one there.
Well, once you get the red light camera regimen down, then it's funny to sit there, you stop, and watch the flash go off on somebody else.
You're going to take it.
And those bitches are bright. The first time I was sitting at a light and one went off on somebody else, I thought a transformer had blown out.
Never seen one of them.
Oh, if you're not when they first were put up in Dallas, and the first time I saw one go off, it was, of course, at night, scared the hell out of me.
So they go off day and night, the flash part?
Yeah.
And especially at night, is when you get the full flavor of the flash, because you really expect a car that just ran the light to incinerate. You can go watch and wait for somebody to run one and see if you don't just immediately stop and look around and see if a transformer went off.
Okay. Never seen them.
Do we need a break?
Yes.
All right.
Russ Martin Show. You name the category, and this show is on time. The Russ Martin Show. We're back to the Russ Martin Show.
You ready? Yes. You ready? Yes.
The only thing with the red light cameras is I'm surprised there's been no complaints of somebody on the other side of traffic having that flash go off in their mug.
Blinding them. How long does it take? I mean, is it
it's just like a camera flash, but it's you're sitting at a light and you see it go off to your right. You really, what'd you say during the break? You expected a DeLorean to come flying through the damn thing.
Can I get it right on that hoverboard?
I don't know how people on the other side, I know they probably try and focus the flash down to the ground, but as bright as it is, and if you can see it out of your peripheral, just sitting there, I'm sure the people on the other side of the road waiting at the light or even coming at you.
I wonder if anybody's ever complained about that. At least you can call the company and ask, or tell them I was blinded. Yeah, we hear people say that all the time, so...
Big deal.
Yeah.
It's a flash. What are you afraid of? Well, I was drunk, and I thought the aliens was coming to get me. And I got on my bad underwear, and that's the first place they go.
That's my first thought. Oh, great.
Gavin just sent me a link of, what's it, Avery White? Sean Avery. Sean Avery. And his comment in Canada.
Okay.
Let's see if I can get this to play.
One that got him suspended.
Yeah. It ain't gonna play. It's just play it. Don't make me watch no commercial. It's gonna make me watch a commercial.
13, 14, go! It's in! He's won $1 million!
That's a commercial.
Oh, okay.
They didn't give Sean money for saying that.
Enter at tsn.ca/traverse.
Videos rated 14 plus. All right, great, thanks. All right, here it comes. They're in the locker room. He's talking to the different the reporters. He's making sure all the cameras are up to his mug.
Hi, everyone. I'm really happy to be back in Calgary. I love Canada. I just wanted to comment on how it's become like a common thing in the NHL for guys to fall in love with my sloppy seconds. I don't know what that's about, but enjoy the game tonight.
Oh, wow. Very calculated. Where are all the cameras? Are the cameras right? You want to go buy a new camera? Because that one's old.
Well, after he made the comment of my sloppy seconds, he shook his head back and forth like, I don't get it. Here it is again. It just looped.
I'm just going to say one thing quick.
I'll say one thing. I'm going to wait.
No, everyone. I'm really happy to be back in Calgary. I love Canada. I just wanted to comment on how
it's a confused look.
It's become like a common thing in the NHL for guys to fall in love with my sloppy seconds. I don't know what that's about, but
it's like the head shake and the blink, like
I'm gonna like.
Then he says,
"I'm lost.
Enjoy the game."
Again, it's an innocuous statement. What? Did he specifically say the Hofbrau guy or this chick?
No, he didn't.
Okay.
But he knew what he was doing.
I knew what he was doing. That's why he didn't say any specific names. And they come back, and if you've left your way out, that's what I meant. There are other whores that I've dated. Not everybody is, scooping up my sloppy seconds here in Canada.
That'll be his next comment. There's lots of whores I've dated.
Just because you guys, what's the chick's name?
Alicia Cuthbert.
Just because you decided to label her as sloppy seconds doesn't mean that that's the way I thought about her. That's your concern.
That's the way you'd spin it.
Well, that's why you left. That's why you left himself an open. Oh, so then you're going to have to discuss that with her if that's what you consider her as sloppy seconds. I've cherished our relationship since day one. I loaded in that clam.
And this is why a lot of people don't like Gary Bettman, is because they think he's sanitized the league too much.
Bettman's the commissioner
of the NHL, yes.
I'm with Russ. If you can really knock somebody's head almost completely off, why is it you can't play I'm Not Touching You in front of the net? Because knocking down, blood is on the ice. I'm asleep for a good portion of the rest of the day.
It's like Gavin said, in hockey, there were a lot of things that were supposed to be just unwritten, kind of a code of conduct.
Okay, why is it's okay in the code of conduct that you can go up and bust somebody in their family jewelry, but you can't go to the end of the court, the ice, and play I'm Not Touching You with the goalie? He's not doing anything.
Because, well, that guy's got a cup on, so chances are you really didn't hurt him that bad. With the goalie, you're sitting there, and I
don't care how many cups I got on. I don't want to get hit in the balls with a stick.
But when you're just standing in front of
it's I'm getting hit in the balls with a stick. To me, that seems very offensive.
Even when the puck was going the other way.
Why is it more offensive for me to go down and stand in front of the goalie with my stick just waving back and forth? Not touching you. Not. Yeah. How you call Mama on you on?
He did.
But then Sean gets it smack dab in the balls, and they don't call that.
Because they knew he was agitating the other player. And
well, that's his own inability to deal with confrontation. By hitting Avery in the balls, that's just a projection of his own inadequacies.
And I'm sure he got it back. And they also know Sean Avery will go ahead and take care of things later on down the road. But
you're still talking about rules and brags, and Sean Avery can't go down to the end of the ice where the goalie is, wave his stick back and forth and go, But he can get hit in the balls, and they don't call that.
Yes.
And the logic is what?
That it's unsportsmanlike to just sit there in front of the goalie, regardless where the puck is, and distract them.
How sportsmanlike is it to hit somebody in their jewelry?
But that's part of the game.
Hit somebody in their balls?
Being physical, yeah.
Okay, so let me ask: had Avery gone down to the goalie, took his stick, and went, "Hey, I'm touching you," then they wouldn't have fined him.
Oh, no, they would have. Goalies are a different deal than the players. Goalies kind of get a special.
And I'm going to guess there's a certain area that you've got to stay out of as far as the goalie's concerned, unless the puck's in play.
He was about 2 feet from the goalie, and he had his stick, the blade of his stick, right in front of the mask, and he's just going back and forth. Hi.
Okay. He's taunting him. That's part of the game. I don't believe getting hit in your jewelry is part of the sport.
Goalies get a special pass. You can't rough the goalie. You can't hit him.
He didn't hit the goalie. All he did was not touch him.
But at the same time, it's part of the game, it used to be more so, where you can take your stick and jam it into somebody's back as hard as you can up against, the glass. That was part of it. Fighting's part of it. There's a lot of things that are part of the game.
But not touching somebody isn't part of the game.
When it comes to the goalie, no. That's not part of the game.
Some actually argue that's what makes the sport so good, is that if you're going to do something, you do it. You take their head off. You don't just pretend you're going to. But the way Trey's explaining it, it's like, I should get that. I should understand it. It's blatantly obvious.
Well, because it's the goalie. He gets something special.
He didn't do anything to the goalie. He just stood down there and kept him company.
What's up?
Yeah. I got a new stick.
I see. You irritate me. Get out of the way.
I'm not doing anything to you.
You're getting in my way.
Nothing going on down here. My new stick.
I see the stick. I'll knock you with jewels.
I didn't been hitting the jewelry.
What if the goalie had cracked him in the nuts at that moment? Who would have gotten in trouble?
No, the goalie.
Okay. But the other guy didn't get in trouble for knocking him in the nuts.
That doesn't sound like it.
Sounds like it's a great game.
Gavin, does any of that make sense to you?
I know what you're saying. I mean, he wasn't caught. If the referee saw him hit him in the jewels, he would have called it.
So they're going to contend that nobody saw Sean Avery get hit in the sweet spot.
Yeah. That's what they're going to say.
But they caught him in another game down there bothering the goalie, taunting him.
Well, he didn't get called for a penalty at the time. They
changed the rules.
They changed the rule.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, this is how he gets attention. He's an attention grabber. I just think you got to wonder if it's a detriment or if it's a plus for the team.
It's almost like dealing with the FCC because there are too many gray areas. You can dead smack somebody right in the center of their ball sack and not get fined, but if I go down and taunt the goalie and just tell him, I'm not touching you, I get popped.
Right.
That doesn't seem just a little gray?
It does. It's kind of like sometimes fighting can actually calm the game down.
What, is it a release of tension? Like a little pressure valve?
Rather than, everyone taking cheap shots.
So somebody comes out, and it's going to calm everybody down by using my ball sack as clackers.
Well, what it does is it settles the score. Your guy against my guy, 1-on-1. And then after that, let's play hockey.
See, everybody's calm. Yeah. It's like that little thing executives have on their desk with the balls going back and forth. Except I did it with his test tube. Ain't it common? Watch them just swing back and forth, hit each other.
Everybody's nice and relaxed. Just want to have a little meal.
And just the sound of water, that's always common. Because when I hit him in the balls, it tastes good.
This is insane.
Sad thing is, he's the only one that heard the bird.
This is so insane.
It's probably relaxing for everyone that's not having their sack clacked.
Well, if Gavin's right, if there was tension on the ice and you knew that something had to transpire, all right, that's done. We can go back to focusing on the game because this guy just got his clackers moved.
Personally, I think what he did, what Avery said, is good for the game. I would, if he was on the ice tonight, I'd stop everything to go watch this game tonight, just for the tension that he created.
How long do you think they'll leave him off the ice, Gavin?
I think 2 to 3.
On a comment that really spoke of no names.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I mean, I'm surprised the Stars didn't appeal it so he could play tonight, but they'll probably sit him tonight. Here's the thing. I mean, that guy that he's facing, God, he would have kicked Avery's ass.
That's the whole point.
I know. I mean, I would have been home 8:30 tonight watching that game just for that purpose.
Well, maybe that's the way, the reason Avery said it the way he did. He said it knowing he was going to get pulled. He still got his message across, pissed the guy off, threw him off his game a little bit, and I ain't got to go on the ice and worried about getting my balls separated.
Could be. If he knew how bad that was, I guess, because he did was there a little smirk after he said that?
Yeah, I don't care if he smirked or held up a stick figure of his ex-girlfriend with drippings. He still say it was innocuous and there were no names. You want to place it on different people, that's you and your own thinking.
Yeah, that's the way he could spin it. But obviously the league didn't think so.
All right. Ready to finish news, Dan?
Sure.
Okay. You want legal here? 5:59 at KLLI, Dallas-Fort Worth, Texas. Dan O'Malley's here with more news.
Thank you, Russ. Well, do you ever feel like sex is more trouble than it's worth?
Yep.
Well, on Friday, one of the most respected men in the world,
me,
the Dalai Lama as well.
Oh, shit.
He said that it is. According to the Dalai Lama, sex offers a short period of satisfaction, but it also leads to complications. Not having sex leads to more freedom and peace of mind, and that makes celibacy better overall.
Not having sex having sex leads to discontent.
Why?
If she doesn't have an orgasm and you did, then she's going to feel like the relationship only lies within you and you care about nobody else's satisfaction but your own.
Not always. Some women just enjoy the moment, just enjoy the closeness. They don't get it every time, and they know they don't get it every time, especially if they've been with you. They know that that's not... You've said that. I didn't say it. You've said that.
Never did.
Oh my God. You've said that 100 times. That you never...
I'm a bountiful lover.
All right, that's the first time you've said that one. You've said that 100 times. You don't care if they
They've asked me to get off just so it would stop. Oh, I'm assuming they meant the orgasm.
All right,
put the pen away.
Oh my God!
Go ahead with your statement.
That's all I'm saying is they know that women know for the most part. If they're more than 16, 17, 18 years old, they're probably not 18 years old. They're probably not going to have one every time. And there's certain guys that simply don't know how to do it, don't do it well enough, don't spend the time. I'd say more often than not, they don't have one, but they enjoy the closeness.
We don't know how because it's not natural. It's not a natural instinct that we have to go in and find the G-spot and deliver the orgasm. It's something that nature doesn't intend for the woman to have every time. If she does, then congratulations. But the women don't have to have an orgasm to procreate. The only person that has to is us. So God, I'm going to tell you again, God doesn't want you to have an orgasm, and I'm not going to go against biblical teaching.
I know the die's been cast. Don't be ridiculous. They can have it. If God didn't want them to have it at all, he would figure no way.
If God wanted them to have an orgasm every time, our penises would be shaped like a fish hook.
You're right.
Because the G-spot is up and back, right about where you would stick a garage door opener.
Why God did what he did and made it.
Because he does it, they don't need to have it. Plus, she's the one that started the rumble back with the snake and the apple and the thing. And that's why they got periods.
No, it's not. Oh my God, all the teachings of Russ.
Isn't that close?
Sure. Oh, we have a 7-minute promo tomorrow. This whole segment.
All right. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Dan.
No problem. President Bush's time.
Is that the whole story with the orgasm? I mean, the Dalai Lama?
Yeah, the Dalai Lama says that celibacy is the way to go because you free yourself from all that BS.
But that probably means
of all the time that you spend
working on it, getting it
with the foreplay, the communication, the actual act, digging around for the G spot when God doesn't want it to be touched, and I'm not going to go to hell.
No.
Just to give you an orgasm
go to hell.
Of all the things that spent doing that, and then the afterward stuff, there are a lot of other things that you could deal with to help humanity instead of getting your rocks off.
So you never want to. So you think celibacy is the way to go? You give up sex for that peace of mind.
I give up sex.
Okay, sex,
not ejaculation.
Okay, so sex with yourself is you'd be happy with that the rest of your life.
It's fast.
Well, I know it's fast, but don't you enjoy the intimacy of another human being and the touch of a woman?
Yeah.
And breasts? I thought you loved those.
I do.
Well, then you got to be with a woman to have those.
Well, but they're the same ones over and over. I don't sit in a movie theater and watch the same damn thing over and over. I want to see different breasts, and the internet provides me that experience.
But that's not touch. That's not taste.
I've touched breasts. I know pretty much what they feel like. I've seen the good and the bad ones. Now I just want a variety. I like that. It appeals to me, and it's quick. I like to masturbate. I'm fast.
Now, fuck you.
What were you going to say, Trey?
Nothing.
All right.
President Bush's time in the White House will officially end on January 20th. And last night, he sat down with World News Tonight to talk about his presidency.
What?
I have audio cut number 100 to be the
first
one.
Thanks for mumbling under Dan.
Just trying to catch him in between words.
Well, you blew it.
So what did Bush have to say?
What cut?
I've forgotten. Number 100.
Well, next time, wait till he's not talking and tell me.
God. Cut number 100 is, he asked President Bush basically if he thought he would ever see a black president.
Okay. Here it comes.
Do you ever think you'd see it in African American in your lifetime? Do you ever think you'd see it?
Hell no. That'd be stupid.
Why are you asking? We did what? I'm sure he goes on to explain.
He does.
All right.
Do you ever think you'd see it in African?
I'm sorry, you're mumbling again under people.
I will not. Didn't know you were going to start that. He's going to also ask Miss Laura Bush, and the third voice you hear is Barbara Bush, the daughter.
Okay.
Do you ever think you'd see it in African American in your lifetime?
Nah, don't be stupid. What's the matter with you?
You a journalist?
What is this, cable? You with Inquirer?
No. ABC.
Huh?
ABC World News Tonight. Charlie Gibson. You've seen me before.
Why ask me questions like that? Because last time I asked somebody asked me a question like I was talking to the Globe. Something about that boy being president.
Do you ever think you'd see it in African American in your lifetime? Do you ever think you'd see it in your lifetime?
Probably not. I mean, I'm not surprised in many ways, but I don't know if I expect.
It's hard to believe it, having grown up, come to age in the 60s. Did you ever expect to see it in your lifetime?
Hell no.
Did you?
Yeah, I'm really impressed, but I don't think it's surprising at all.
That's the Barbara Bush. Hell no.
Why wouldn't he just acquiesce? Whether he believed it or not, yeah, I think we've come far enough from slavery and emancipation and the civil rights movement out of the 60s and being close in the 80s with two people running for president. Yeah, it's something that I expected to see in my lifetime instead of, nah. That's honest.
It's an honest answer.
I mean, most my black friends said they never thought they'd see it, and they're in their 30s and 40s.
Why is this such a revelation?
They just never thought they would see.
We could have seen a black president decades ago had they run without an agenda. It goes back to Sharpton and Jesse Jackson. Had you had a broad-based platform, then this could have happened back in the 80s.
But we've never seen that. And even Obama.
Why would you disagree? I'd have voted for a black president. Make any difference. I couldn't care less. If I was in financial distress, I don't care what color they come in as long as it ends up being green.
I don't think late 70s and the 80s.
Well, I'm sorry that I'm a little more broad-minded than you are.
Well, don't think it would have happened.
Why?
I just don't think as a society we had gotten to that point.
Why?
We just look at in 1984, it was absolutely unheard of, revolutionary that we had a woman nominated as vice president.
That makes sense.
No, it didn't.
There are genetic differences between men and women really don't need to lead.
it goes to gender and race bias. And I don't think 20 years ago we had come to the point.
There is a reason for gender bias is men and women function differently. We have different roles in nature. Black people and white people don't. So it wouldn't be fantastic to have a black president out of a realm to have a president in the 80s.
Yeah, it absolutely would have. I didn't think there were that many black governors at that time.
Who cares?
Or senators or anything else.
You had Jesse Jackson and Al Sharpton run, and had they had a broad-based agenda, they had a lot better shot than where they got.
I disagree. I mean, I just don't.
Well, then you're a racist.
It's not that I'm a racist.
Well, obviously, I can see beyond it, but you can. You just sit there in your myopic world.
I didn't think Martin Luther King.
I'm just saying, you hate black people.
That has nothing to do with it.
That's what I gleaned from it. And unions.
Tell us about Atlanta again.
Yeah. Tell us about the bad news in Atlanta.
There's a lot of black people in there.
Yeah. You better hope there aren't a lot of black people in the unions. Because they're going to have less patience with you. Especially if they're from Atlanta.
I have another cut if you want to hear it. 101 is Bush talking about who's responsible for the current crisis we're in.
Terrorists?
No.
Not me. Her.
He takes some responsibility.
Well, the woman told me to do it.
No one over here told you to do it.
This bitch sitting next to me.
You're the president.
I've been the president during this period of time, but I think when the history of this period is written, people will realize a lot of the decisions that were made on Wall Street took place over, a decade or so before I arrived in president, during I arrived in president. I'm sorry it's happening, of course. Obviously, I don't like the idea of...
Well, I feel better.
Yeah.
Damn, he's comforting.
Let me just say it. Clinton!
No, I feel better that he stepped forward. I'm sorry this happened.
This is bad.
Wait. As soon as he stumbled in the beginning, you knew, without directly saying Clinton, he was going to allude to, hey, this stuff was here when I got in.
It's everybody's issue.
You had this mortgage crisis that was brewing long before I took office. And he's right. If you go back and look at news stories from the late 90s, there were warnings from was it the SEC?
No, not the SEC.
SEC? HUD?
Yeah.
Okay. There were news stories that said, here's what's going to happen if this leniency in lending continues. And it did. It took a while to come to fruition.
Until there's a crisis, until you start seeing people lose their houses by the droves, then, people don't panic.
It's written, people will realize a lot of the decisions that were made on Wall Street took place over... a decade or so before I arrived in president, during I arrived in president. I'm sorry it's happening, of course. Obviously, I don't like the idea of people losing jobs or being worried about their 401ks. On the other hand, the American people got to know that we will safeguard the system. I mean, we're in, and if we need to be in more, we will.
Luckily, 20 of them out.
And 102 is basically the biggest surprise of his presidency.
Well, it's going to be hard to ferret this one out.
Well, I think I was unprepared for war.
Really?
In other words, I didn't campaign. I said, please vote for me. I'll be able to handle an attack. In other words, I didn't anticipate war. Presidents, one of the things about the modern presidency is that the unexpected will happen.
And that's almost a slam back to Clinton, is he didn't give me the heads up.
Oh, I don't... when Bush and Clinton, even Bush won, at the time, the whole deal with the military was a scaled down, more leaner.
Well, there was no way to go back and just fathom what was going to happen in New York City. There was no way to prepare for that. You couldn't have gone to the American public a week before and said, we've got documentation, video, training films that this is going to happen on September 11th. Nobody would have bought into that, and it was still played out. There was no way to get around that one because we couldn't think in those terms.
And a lot of the crisis issues that he's had to face have had a direct relation to that day, and I hate to throw everything back to that day on him. But again, if you make more decisions in 8 years than anybody else, you're going to make more mistakes.
Yeah, if you have things thrown at you nonstop, especially a lot of crises or seas that nobody has ever dealt with domestically, you're going to blow some of the calls.
And he did. He said, I wish I'd known more. I wish I'd had better intel on the Saddam Hussein thing. I'd still got him. We just still killed him. We had to go after somebody at that point.
How we doing, Chloe?
Ready to.
Go ahead, Dan. Okay. Did you have any more of those, JD?
No. Any more what?
No more. Bush stuff. The United States can expect a terrorist attack using nuclear or, more likely, biological weapons before 2013, according to a bipartisan commission in a study being briefed Tuesday to Vice President-elect Joe Biden. It suggests the Obama administration bolster efforts to counter and prepare for germ warfare by terrorists.
They also said Dallas-Fort Worth was could be a prime target because of the Bush library.
Oh, great.
What else? What is it we have here? There are a couple other things that they listed, but they said we needed to up our security in North Texas.
That's all good news. Great. They're pointing out that, well, we have a lot of electronics things here, EDS and things like that.
What are we going to do? Going to run around code orange?
No, but the military.
Just run around in a state of paranoia?
As far as the biological, I don't know how you prevent that. I don't know what you do. We've said before, if you can sneak a cooler across the Rio Grande, you can sneak anything, any kind of a bomb, any kind of a dirty bomb, and even if you only kill 8,000 people, drop it into some stadium sometime.
I'm still surprised there hasn't been any type of security rush on Glen Rose. The nuclear power plant.
Yeah, I think they want to do something more visual that a lot of people are going to see.
That'd be bright.
Well, it certainly would. Nobody's going to see it in the power plant. They're going to feel it and they're going to know it later. But if you do something that's covered on television, you get a lot more credit. You get a lot more press.
All right.
Punk musician Travis Barker and celebrity DJ AM will perform together for the first time since the duo survived their fiery plane crash in South Carolina.
Bored.
Keep your shoes and belts on. Waiting in long airport security lines to pass through metal detectors may soon be a thing of the past.
Bored. I don't care what they do. I don't care if they're watching for me walking through the line making faces.
You don't care. But, I mean, just the fact that they're going to use more behavioral science to try to figure out.
All right, so I'm right. If I'm walking through making a face, they're probably going to pull me aside.
Yeah, I think they probably would. You're a little disturbed if you're at an airport going down.
So I don't have to worry about taking my clothes off anymore.
Well, eventually they're probably going to get away from the shoes and belts and things like that.
So, again, we're asking for another attack. You're not going to be able to spot everybody just based on racial profiling or characteristic moves.
Well, because I look back at those videotapes of the guys 9/11 going through checks at Boston. They didn't look nervous. They were completely rehearsed. They knew exactly how to look. Look around, you yawn a little bit, you walk through.
Well, also, the things that they carried onto the flights weren't illegal at the time, so you really didn't have to worry about security because you knew you weren't going to get stopped.
And again, those people would have probably made it through. Rehearsed. That's the key.
All right, good.
Okay. In general, men are more likely than women to cheat on their partner, but according to a new study, if a woman does cheat, she's most likely to do it in her early 30s. Now, there are two reasons why. Number one, women hit their sexual peak in their early 30s. And
it's their biological clock. And they think, well, I'm 30. Have I seen everything that I need to?
And that's number two.
Is that both of them, biological clock, and I'm just wondering if there are more things out there?
No, actually, it's kind of split them. They split what you just said. It's because they hit their sexual peak in their early 30s. And the second one, when many women reach their 30s, they start to feel the biological clock ticking, and that makes them think it's their last chance to lock down a good man.
I've seen it over and over and over. Right around 30, 32 is when they lose it. They go, well, you know what? I'm not going to have this body so much longer. Let me get out there and see what I can find.
I had a chick in my late 20s. We'd been dating 3 or 4 years, and all I heard, my biological clock's ticking. Mine's still going. I don't have any concern about you and your clock.
But honey,
I want to have a baby at 30. I don't want to have anything to do with a baby or you come 30. Your hips have already started to run amok.
I bet you didn't say that.
Yeah, I did.
Did you say that to her?
Yeah, I never heard the end of that.
I bet not. I wouldn't take a nap around her for a while.
I'm not going to sit there. I can only imagine what her hips look like after 1 or 2 bibbies.
Well, sure. They were already getting wide. I know. I dated a chick like that. And I saw her walking in front of me one time. And she was already had no kids yet. And I looked and I went, yeah, give that about 10 years. And that's going to be a big pair.
She got pissed because I talked about her hips being a place for daycare.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Wow. It's amazing you've lived this long.
I didn't want to have a baby, and I was really done with a relationship. Okay. And by then, I'd already started screwing her roommate. Emotionally, I moved on. Right?
Show. We're back to the Russ Martin Show.
All right, Dan. Well, last time.
All right, last second traffic is brought to us by Chicken Express in Dallas. Highway 183 westbound after 35. The two left lanes are closed due to a crash. That has traffic slow onto 35E. Also backup is to I-30. Also in Dallas, speaking of I-30, I-30 westbound after South Lamar. You have the two left lanes closed due to a crash there on the outer portion. Also in Richardson, the Bush Turnpike eastbound before you get to Central Expressway. The two right lanes are closed due to an overturned vehicle. That backup is to the tollway. Also in Irving, 183 eastbound after Beltline Road, the two left lanes are closed due to a crash there, and that backup is to County Line Road. There's your last check of traffic. I'm Dan O'Malley on the Russ Martin Show.
Daniel, 36 for the low tonight. Going to be actually pretty warm tomorrow. 67 should be our high before it drops off again on Thursday. 64 now at Live 105.3.
I meant to bring this up yesterday when we were talking about JD, your house, and the Christmas decorations. I watched Christmas Vacation.
Okay.
Over the weekend. A lot of times if I'm watching a movie, I'll sit there on the laptop and just Google people, see, especially, is it Beverly D'Angelo? Mm-hmm. Nice boobs.
Yes.
And she's been naked in a couple of movies.
I didn't know that.
And then I found a link for a roast. I'm not sure how old it is. It may be 4 or 5 years of a Chevy Chase roast.
Alrighty. And?
Even people afterwards said that was beyond brutal. I don't know what the incentive is.
Some of those things are really hard to watch. They go a little too far. Some of them are funny, and they get right to a line where you go, okay, that's kind of cute. But
back in the 70s, the Dean Martin, the Rodney Dangerfield, those didn't seem to be as caustic.
You kind of knew they were buddies, too, so that you sort of got away with it. More so than some of the ones today. They'll pull in people that are just mean.
The clip that I found, it's Dan, who's the guy from the Daily Show, not the host, Jon Stewart, the something Corbett,
Stephen Colbert.
Chevy Chase is sitting on stage. They put him in a great big fluffy chair, and he's wearing sunglasses. Looks like a mannequin. And they said after the roast, he went back to his room and sat in a depressed funk for a couple of days.
Well, sometimes it's really hard to even when you know people have written it as comedy, to hear what people would say about you.
Well, that
and
also,
you think
everything they threw out was true, though, and it was stuff that Chevy Chase already was aware of, and you knew that was going to come up. What's my incentive to sit there and have all my failures turn into a hour entertainment program?
Geez, I don't know. I do it every day. I can imagine what anybody's incentive to do it on a weekend would be.
Man, that's wrong. Well, I got nowhere to go with this.
Sorry, scrippy bit. My bad. I still like to hear the audio.
Okay.
It's good to hear other people.
Stephen Colbert.
I think this clip's 3 or 4 minutes. I'm not going to play all of it. About a minute into it.
Geez, I'm kind of at a loss here. I don't really know what to say. I know that these roasts usually involve a fair amount of good-natured ribbing. But when I was asked to do this, I was informed that this was actually going to be honoring Mr. Chase. And I am appalled at some of the things that I have heard said about this man. And I don't really mean out here. I mean backstage. Some really hideous, hurtful, hate-filled things you could never take back. And I will not be party to it. I'm sorry, I've got to draw a line, because who am I to attack Chevy Chase? I don't know Chevy Chase. I have never met Mr. Chase. I'm uncomfortable calling him Chevy.
The whole time he's looking at Chevy addressing
correctly. Okay. Well, okay, good.
The only thing I think of when I look at this man is, there but for the grace of God go I. Why would I tempt the comedy gods to to strike me down like this, to leave me pale and pear-shaped, a humorless husk of my former self, haunting the halls of Hollywood like some sort of walking, waking cautionary tale, shapeless and odorless and colorless, gray on beige, a comedy lamprey just sucking the joy out of everything I touch.
At this point, they take a shot of the crowd. Yeah. Some of the comedians stop clapping and go, wow.
Ooh, I'm uncomfortable moment.
I won't do it. Over the decades, Mr. Chase and his fellow original Saturday Night Live.
I think this only got 45 seconds left.
Have found fame and fortune making us laugh, but for some of these people, it went to their head. We know that Dan Aykroyd has tried the dramatic arts. Of course, Bill Murray very famously overreached with The Razor's Edge. But this man never forgot what got him wherever it is he thinks he is. He never, ever attempted to do anything that was in any way different than the last thing he did. And that is so refreshing in its sameness. Finally tonight, I'd like to offer a little bit of warning to the rest of the people who have to come up here and talk about this good man. Before you attack him, think. There may come a day in your darkest hour when you are a shadow of your, albeit paper-thin self. And when that day comes, I hope you are cheered up by something that Mr. Chase so famously said. He's Chevy Chase, and you're not. And if that doesn't cheer you up, I don't know what will.
And he went back and he covered everything that Chase had done over the past 10, 12 years.
Oh, it's painful. Well, the problem is people like Chevy Chase, again, movie stars in general, they're surrounded by yes men. They're surrounded by people that really, their job is to make you feel great, make you feel wonderful, make you feel you're the center of the universe.
What does something like that cost?
I don't know. What do you make, Trey?
All right, go ahead.
I'm sorry, I took some drugs.
No, I just said go ahead.
And so to get and do this in front of people and other people are going to watch it, it's just totally embarrassing.
But you already know what your weaknesses are. You know that your career crapped the bed in the 90s, and if anybody's going to jump on anything, it's that. And that's not something that you want to have to relive, especially if you can't say anything. Because if you don't laugh and you look bitter, then obviously you don't get the joke, and you deserve to be useless.
Well, the ones, the best ones are the ones when even when it's hurting, they go, you're killing me, but I love it.
Now, a lot of times in that chair, they do cutaways to him, and it was as if,
it's terrible.
I don't get this.
Oh, that's just it. He clearly doesn't get a lot of things. He wouldn't have had a talk show. Because they did some test runs on that talk show. And it was like Rosie's talk show last week. Do you see any clips, real quick sidebar, of Rosie's live attempt at a variety show?
I didn't know it was on.
It was on. I saw clips over the weekend. It was so painful to watch. And here's somebody who's done movies, done a talk show, done all kinds of things.
Why would this talk show be different than the one she did before? Because that one actually garnered ratings.
Go ahead.
Where's my head facing right now, Trey?
Sorry, at one point it was looking.
Where am I?
I understand.
Which way is my head facing?
Towards JD.
Okay. Who does that mean I'm talking to?
Sorry, you were looking at this way at one point. Sorry.
Okay, but how long was I looking that way?
I don't know.
Well, then your window closed.
It was live and it was a
What'd you want, Trey?
Because it was a live variety show, and her trying to do different acts and everything else, and it bombed so badly, they've gone ahead and just said, nope, we won't do any more.
They even gave Chevy Chase a few weeks or a month or whatever.
They gave him 5 weeks.
5 weeks. This show was so awkward. You could tell. It was almost like she'd never done TV before. She was nervous. She wasn't looking at the camera at the right time. She wasn't, you can just see someone on stage.
Well, they were going to have run-throughs and rehearsals. By the time you get on stage and it's live, in your mind, I've already done this. This ain't nothing but another walkthrough.
She's done Broadway. She's done everything. But it looked horrible. It was awful.
Were the acts bad?
Yeah, they had some little kids come out and sing. It was just bad all the way around. It wasn't A-list stuff. It was just awful. I think a lot of A-listers saw the potential for it to be a train wreck and didn't want to be involved.
Well, Chevy Chase's show, you saw the promos run in the early 90s before the show came. You could tell by the 30-second promos how bad it was going to be, because if you can't piece together something entertaining in 22 seconds, dude, you've already set yourself ablaze.
David Lee Roth, the promos.
Why?
Because David Lee Roth, the promos. That told us what was going to happen. That foreshadowed anything that was to follow. And the promos were right.
I'll explain this one final time.
I'll sit down. School me.
CBS planned on David Lee Roth being a failure. They were right. And they made the right choice. Okay. They needed somebody to come in and cleanse the palates of Howard Stern. They were right. David Lee Roth was nothing more than sorbet for 2 or 3 months, giving them time to get a show in that was going to have a shot. Roth was so horrid that anybody they stuck in there would be compared to David Lee Roth and not Howard Stern. And that had to be what happened.
That's not what happened at all. And here's why you're wrong. They could have taken anybody that sucked, like previous midday shows here, and stuck them in mornings, and that would have cleansed the palate for about $100,000 a year, versus the millions they lost on him.
You don't know how much they lost?
It's documented that they lost millions.
Where?
I don't know. I didn't ever see him cash the checks.
Okay, well then stop throwing things out that you believe to be facts. You don't know what David Lee Roth made. You don't know what his real contract
to it.
Who did?
CBS.
They didn't admit to anything.
I believe they said how much they ended up paying him off.
You don't know what they gave him.
Well, that would be embarrassing if you said you paid him off whatever it was, $10 million.
You don't know what David Lee Roth could have been in on this entire thing leading up to day one. We're going to stick you in. You're going to blow. Yeah. If you don't, we're going to get rid of you anyway. So don't get in there and try and be entertaining. You're going to be in there for a few months. We're going to let you go. We're going to give you this amount of money. We'll say we paid this much, and then we'll be done with it.
No, not what happened.
You know what? That makes a lot more sense than your angle.
Unfortunately, they screwed up.
You don't know that. At least I've got some logic behind mine. You don't have anything to throw out, but no, that ain't it.
It's CBS.
Again.
That's my logic.
But then you still ain't working.
Okay.
You're going to have to come up with something better than it's this company.
I got nothing better, but that was
That's
their
because
shot.
you don't put any thought into it. Come up with something that makes sense.
Exactly.
Hey, you hear me talking?
Yes.
Well, then stop talking while I'm talking.
You want me to give you an answer?
Do you hear me talking?
Yes.
Well, then shut up while I'm talking. I'm done. I get quiet.
The one-time chief of staff for ex-Detroit mayor...
I'm talking to him. What? Go ahead.
I've lost my train of thought now.
Feel like Rosie O'Donnell.
No, they brought him in thinking, I know what the meeting was. They had a meeting that said, here are our elements that we have. We have a known name. David Lee Roth. Everybody knows him. He's kind of cool.
Can I add something just for a sec?
Sure.
They heard his air checks. They knew what they were going to get. They knew that this wasn't going to be something you could replace Howard Stern with. You had the audio. There's nobody with any sense of talent or gathering talent that would hear that and put David Lee Roth in there. Stop telling me anything different.
They had marketing people that sat at a table and said, David Lee Roth, cool name. Everybody admit that? Cool name. Van Halen, singer, rock and roll guy. We're in number one column where we got 100%. Number two, well-versed. He speaks many languages.
I can't stand it!
He knows many things. He can cross boundaries of people that don't know him.
He's a dick!
And he's what you just said, which is going to bring the other side of it in. People that are going to love to hate him. It's a perfect trifecta. We have a winner.
So why didn't it work?
Because he sucks. But from a marketing standpoint, it makes sense. When you sit down, what a new coach.
From a marketing standpoint, I could tell it didn't make any sense. You could see just the attitude. David Lee Roth wasn't going to work. He had no radio experience. You heard his air checks before he went on. There wasn't something magical that was going to happen in January of whenever he took over, and he was going to be compelling.
No, you listened from a programming perspective. You did not listen from a marketing perspective. This was put together by marketing people.
You can have a really piece of crap product and market it, and you'll sell it for a while, but after a while, word's going to get out that your apple pie's got clumps of in it. And our apple pie was chock full of
That's exactly what happened.
But they knew that was going to happen. You could get the initial push just because he was a celebrity, but you knew there wasn't any substance there, and he was going to be gone within a few months, and that was the plan.
And nobody was there to say stop.
What did I say for 3 months?
That's you. That's nobody in New York. This decision was made in New York at a nice little table in a high-rise.
Oh, I can't stand this.
Where are you going? Where are you leaving? Where are you going? Stop hitting yourself in there. Don't run into the wall. Stop, Russell. There's a hook right up there. Don't hit yourself. That's what happened.
I used to go through that.
I know you did. Well, that was the old days. They put a bigger wall in.
I just can't believe that this company would lose millions and millions of dollars and have stocks plummet and make mistake after mistake and not have it be planned.
On paper, it really sounds like it works. If I sat at a table and pitched you that, just what I just said,
I wouldn't have bought it. All you got to do is play me 30 seconds of his show, just like the last half hour of this one, and I would say they all need to be put down.
Well, again, they thought this is going to be cool enough that it'll sell. And by then, they'd put too much energy and money into it.
I think Chloe, even being as big of a Van Halen fan as he is, he knew that this was destined to collapse.
I was hoping that it wouldn't be bad, but in my heart, I knew it was going to be a horrible, horrible train wreck. Oh.
He was too egotistical to think that there could be, I don't want anybody to say anything, there could be any other viewpoint other than his own. I let other people talk. He would shut mics off. When Valerie went up to New York to audition, she had a bunch of valid points, and she had her C meter drawn back some so you could deal with her. Sure. Roth wouldn't talk to her. No way to really see if she was going to fit into the show or not. He was just going to be a dick and shut her off.
That was purely a power play at that point. No matter who would have been brought in then, he had no interest. He was rude to her before the show.
It didn't make any difference. This was all planned out by CBS. They had to do something right. There's got to be one.
Okay, you're right.
Was Rosie O'Donnell on CBS?
No.
All right, that's what I was looking for. How long before we need a break?
3.
All right. Go ahead, Dan.
Okay. The one-time chief of staff for ex-Detroit Mayor Kwame Kilpatrick says she decided to take a plea deal and avoid a trial for fear she would have been away from her family for a longer period of time.
All right, I'm a little iffy on the characters here. Who is who?
Mayor Kwame Kilpatrick.
He was the one that was outed because in an investigation... he lied about having an affair with his chief of staff.
Yes.
Okay.
And Christine Beatty is his former chief of staff. An emotional Christine Beatty, her voice cracking, spoke for several minutes during a press conference Monday afternoon, hours after pleading guilty to 2 felony counts. She says she is sorry for causing pain to loved ones, her family, and the former mayor's family, and, of course, the city of Detroit. She also...
Are these felony accounts just based on lying during an investigation?
Perjury. Yes.
I didn't realize it was that stiff.
And I think she may have gotten some obstruction of justice as well, because this was actually during an investigation about a suit with a couple of former Detroit police officers.
And the only thing she really lied about was having an affair with the mayor, Kilpatrick. Is that right?
Yes.
Not really any obstruction of justice. I just find it hard to believe that they're going to lock her up on felonies because she lied about screwing the mayor.
Well, and she lied or said she didn't know things about those 2 police officers and the circumstances surrounding their firing that she actually was aware of.
Okay, well, that's where they got her for obstruction. All right. Did she ever apologize for the husband?
Yeah, that's basically what she was saying.
Oh. Well, it's a stand-up thing to do.
Sorry, I got caught. Sorry about that.
If you're wondering, the deal with the prosecutors, she agreed to 5 years of probation, which will start when she serves 120 days in jail. She'll pay $100,000 in restitution to the city of Detroit, which will be paid for during the 5 years of probation.
And did I skip over it? Was there actually an apology to the family?
You asked that, and she pretty much said that, yeah.
Why wouldn't you apologize before you got caught?
I'm not going to apologize until I get caught.
Why do they think that the apology is going to carry any weight? You already got popped, you're caught, and now you're going to go to prison. Saying you're sorry doesn't mean anything. Say it before anybody finds out. Don't wait till you got a smoking poon that puts you in prison.
I could bring it to your attention. Had you not caught me, I'm not telling you I did that. You wouldn't tell your girlfriend, hey, you know what, I feel really bad because I went out last night and screwed a couple of girls. I really feel awful. Would you? No. You wait till you got caught, and then you get down on your knees and go, baby, I'm so sorry. I was drunk. It was terrible. I thought about
I can't get past the part about feeling bad about it.
My bad. I forgot who I was talking to at the moment.
Those questions are iffy.
Think before I talk.
Do we need a break? All right, we'll be back.
We'll be back to the Russ Martin Show. The Russ Martin Show. You must listen. I hope that was icing on the cake. Call Russ now at 214-787-1053.
I lost track. How did we get off on infidelity going into the break?
We were talking about the former mayor of Detroit, Kwame Kilpatrick, and the affair he had with his chief of staff and the cover-up, all the text messages.
I know JD's not going to admit to this because he don't fess up to nothing. Anybody else been in a relationship? You cheat on her, and then you get home, and you want to tell her about it?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
No, I had to literally stop myself. I almost came in the door like, ooh, shush.
That's what I did.
I had the best time.
That's because you share most of your information with them as soon as you get home, especially if it's a first date, and that's always the one that you just glom all over emotionally. You want to go tell somebody.
So you're going to tell the chick you're supposedly still dating?
No, you don't, but you walk in and you're going, hey! Shut up.
Why are you so excited?
I don't know. Hey, tonight, shut the up. And I've almost gotten, you start to tell a story. Hey, I went out. Oh.
Where'd you go out? No, you're saying you went out. Where'd you go?
All right, let me ask you something.
Sure. It's good to see you, by the way.
Yeah. You my friend?
Of course we're friends. I love you.
We're close, right?
Oh, my God,
Can't forget about sound bites.
No.
And we can share things back and forth.
Oh, don't be silly, of course. Tell me anything.
All right, so you're not going to be mad if I share something personal with you.
That makes my heart warm.
I went and I screwed this bitch. It was an evening of wonderment, splendor, or factory stimulation, and ejaculation. And I want to wine a face. And you know...
But I thought we were in the friend zone. You can't get mad. You always say I never share.
Plus the place that we went, I decided I even thought to myself, you'd like it here.
I found this great place.
Oh, my God.
I've literally done that.
How far did you get into it before?
No. What I mean is I've done that to where I went out with someone, and then I actually thought, I should probably bring the girlfriend here. she would really like it. We could do all the same things I just did with this whore.
It's a moment of abject terror when you realize I'm about to tell them about the evening I just had, and you caught yourself. But it was the fact that I was even open to telling her about it that scares the piss out of me.
That shows how much you love her and care for her. You're going to share that moment with her. God, what a twisted moment. No, I've never had that. I'm sorry.
Well, you've never done it fully.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Just come up. I can't believe I got as far as I was talking before I shut myself up, and I had to explain why I was so excited.
I'm so excited to see you, honey.
You won't believe the story.
I've done it. I tell you what, let me go wash my hands, and I'll finger you, too. I'll finger you. No, I don't want to kiss. I'm all made out for the night. But I'm still good to go fingering.
And that is probably the most eye-opening experience that you can probably recall. If you've been in that scenario.
I feel like I've missed out.
Because it looks like you're staring down a freight train.
Well, what it does show is there is some emotional bonding in a relationship because you want to share everything with her. And that includes going out and knocking off some squirrels.
I missed the magic. Maybe, like I said, I don't know. Because it would be guilt.
I've done it where, like, I was out, I met somebody, like, even to the point, like, just hit it off, got a number, didn't really cheat, so just might have kissed, and then you go home, and, like, you're all excited, going, oh, yeah, man, I had a great time. I was talking to this person. Oh, we just talked all night.
You remember, like, the two of us used to do?
You just come home and you go, I touched!
don't be home.
Oh, no. She's on the couch. I meant, there's a pregnant dog outside. I touched all 8 of them. And now I'm ready to touch your teeth.
I'm so happy I'll even touch you. Oh, my God.
It's just how excited you get after a first date. You want to see them again, and you want to tell somebody, and obviously the person
It's closest to you.
if you're living with them, you share everything else. That's the first thing you want to talk about.
I'm totally out on this one. I'm sorry. I can't relate.
Well,
The guilt would kill me.
Huh?
The guilt would kill me.
Huh?
The guilt, if I'm living with somebody, I felt horribly guilty when I did that one thing when I was married, and I was already broken up with her. We lived in different places, and I felt bad.
About what?
When I cheated.
You lost me.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't really cheat because we already broke up. We were already filed for divorce, but I still felt terrible.
Well, there was no emotional bond anymore, and you didn't want to come home to her and tell her about the squirrel you just knocked off.
Maybe that was it. I've waited between relationships.
Well, how far did you get into your story before you...
Oh, here's how it happened, because I come home, I was like, okay, I got to get out of this mood, so I try to forget about it.
I got to shake my elation.
I gotta get out of this good mood.
Yeah, because you're right. At that point, you can't come in the door too happy, because then she's going to suspect something.
As soon as I get home, I'll run over the dog. So I'll be good and sad.
And then she says, how was your day? How was your night? And then I went into it. I was like, oh, my God, you'll never believe what happened. I said to pull something out of my ass, like, I bumped into this guy. I'm going to get this great gig. And I'm like going, oh, how much further can I go with the story?
I saw a house made out of bricks.
Save a lot of money on car insurance.
It's amazing.
What is it, Trey?
Oh, I was about to say, because I'm talking and then I'm going, oh, God, I'm in a corner. Because she's like, oh, so you really talked to this person for a long time? I was like, well, no, other people were around. We were just, this big group, we were all just talking. I'm like, oh, damn.
It was more of a contact that I made, since I'm in real estate and as a realtor, I like to go out and other chicks.
Alcohol, shut up. Oh, my God.
I've just never been able to explain that.
It sounds like a wonderful moment.
And the entire night you're thinking, okay, how can I dress up this story so I can tell her about it just so I can vent without her really knowing that I went out on a finger spree?
There's no way you can do anything. You saw a chick. You had a good evening, did you? What was her name? She cute?
Are we friends? Let me ask Gavin. It's almost 7 o'clock. It waits 40 seconds. Gavin?
Yes?
You ever fall into that?
No, I've never cheated. I've been cheated on, but I've never cheated.
Oh, that's right. You've never had time to cheat on somebody.
Russell.
He's the one that hears the stories.
Russ.
Thanks.
Oh, I met this great... Are we friends?
Be nice. Oh, just...
Oh, I just hope my clam does it smell like penis? Give me a handy wipe. I'll clean this off.
Stop. That's mean. Quit it.
Is anything on my sweater?
No.
Okay.
God.
I was just out playing golf.
Till 3 in the morning?
Well, it was a big... that windmill's a big... Line 2? Yeah, all right. What's her name?
His name's Sergio.
Yes, Sergio?
Well, I just wanted to call and let you know about what you said about having that emotional bond, sort of. Turns out that when I was fairly recently, just got married, my ex-girlfriend out of nowhere, after 5 years, decided to call me. And I was like, what? And, I was pretty excited about her calling me, but not really because of her calling me. But I was freaked out that she called me, so I decided to tell my wife. And I was like, yeah, I can't believe she called me. She's out of her mind. And then she goes, really? So how long were you on the phone with her? I was like, maybe 10 minutes. And then she goes, oh, yeah? So out of nowhere, she checks the log. It turns out I was on for her for an hour.
Yeah, that's when the big hand fan starts.
And yeah, that's when I started freaking out. Like, I shouldn't have told you. I just shouldn't have told you. But
I was just excited about it. Why does a hand fan come on?
I'm serious. I was like, it backfired. Like
well,
that.
it's something in your head you don't think about. You get excited about something, and this is a person you tell everything else to. You don't filter it, and it starts coming out. Then you got to explain why you're so excited over brick houses.
Exactly.
All right.
Exactly.
Thanks.
Just seemed to me you'd rehearsed that in your head before you got home.
You just came home from a first date, and that's your pheromones are cooking, and you just got to fourth, fifth base and slid into the home clam. There's somebody that you got to tell it to, and everything else joyous that happens. You tell it to your girlfriend or your wife.
You got to, but in your head on the way home, you felt no guilt, no remorse, no like what a scumbag.
No, we almost felt stupid for having let the cat out of the bag.
Yeah, almost blew it.
It starts out with stupid, then grateful for knowing that you caught yourself.
I suppose. That just seems to be the guilt.
And then the entire night, you've got something that you really want to share, and it's them that you want to talk to, but right you get into the middle of the splitter and the wonderment, you're going to have to stop and go, what a face.
Some bad happened to you at work, baby. You don't seem to be listening to me like you were earlier.
Is your stomach tumbling?
Yours is about to.
And JD, you said you really felt that guilty after.
Oh, terribly guilty.
So you only did it one time. Because
when you screwed your neighbor's wife.
Oh, I didn't feel guilty about that. This was when I started dating a girl.
I don't get it.
I felt very bad about all of them, obviously.
Well, I'm missing it then.
I felt bad
you
about
You didn't feel bad about screwing your neighbor's wife?
Obviously, I felt terrible about that.
How many times did you do it before it really started to eat at your soul?
I hate you.
Just die. All of you. Just die. For more information on The Russ Martin Show, including pictures, videos, and more, go to russmartin.com. To answer any questions you may have about the show, go to russmartin.info. To email the show and during the show only, send that to studio@russmartin.com. Other show websites, JohnDavidRyan.com, DanO'Malley.com, DJClo.net, and TreyTrenholm.com.
I might have to go 4 or 5 times before I feel like I've actually done any damage to my soul. I just checked. No. That still feels pretty good.
Still intact. Off to the hot tub. The official liquor store of the Russ Martin Show is Majestic Fine Wine and Spirits. Their
Banging
website
on this trampoline seems to actually be making me feel better.
MajesticLiquors.com, and the official site for Live 105.3 is live1053.com.
All right, see you.
Listen to The Russ Martin Show anytime you want on the web at russmartin.info.